Hello and welcome back to Matte's Tottenham Blog, and for the first time in 55 days to a Tottenham Hotspur Watchalong, because we are back and we are facing Leyton Orient in the Justin Edinburgh Foundation Trophy today, kicking off in about half an hour. And I'm delighted to say the gang is 66% of the way back together. There's no Marcelo today because he is working, but we do have David Harris, the Irish Hotspur. David, Tottenham are back. How are you feeling? Absolutely. It's our first game back. We're getting to see some young players. We will run through the starting 11 in a second, which is of course on the side of the screen for you there. We're going to get to see a lot of new things and get our first kind of viewing and our first opinion on what kind of tactics and what kind of formation Spurs might offer this season. And we are going to run through that starting 11 very quickly. It is the man who can't dive to his right or save long shots, starting in goals with Joe Hart. We have Callum Ceesay starting in right back. He's an 18-year-old who has been in our youth system. He played 27 times for the under 18s last season as a right back, scoring 6 goals and registering 2 assists. So maybe a bit of potential in there. We do have Cameron Carter Vickers and Eric Dyer in centre half. There's a bit of kind of doubt around whatever this formation is, but I think it might be Maxim Pascazzi over in left back. He's a young Estonian centre back. He's 18 as well. Actually scored 5 goals for the under 18s last season. We've Niall John in the middle of the park alongside Harry Winks in what could be a 4-2-3. John, another 18-year-old, very young team that we're seeing today. Not the best season last year with just 3 goals and 2 assists in the under 18s teams last season. Then we have Lucas Moura, Dele Alli, Stephen Bergwijn behind Dane Scarlett in what we think is going to be a 4-2-3-1. And people are saying we can't hear David, which I'm not quite sure why that could be happening. Just give me a quick second there and I'll see if I can figure that out. David, you say something now?
Yeah, mic check, mic check. Can you hear
There
me?
we go. There we go. You're in. You're in. They should be able to hear you now. So we'll come back to you and ask you again. How are you feeling ahead of Tottenham Hotspur Football Club being back in action?
Yeah, no, look, first of all, I want to say a big up to Matt Hayes Army. It's great to be back. Thanks everyone for coming in and tuning in. But look, I'm very excited, Matt. I cannot wait for this. Look, as bad as it's been over the summer, at the end of the day, this is what we live for. Tottenham Hotspur, week in, week out. You know what I mean? We're here, we're ready to go. And I'm excited to be back. I really am. I'm excited. We're under new stewardship in Nuno. We trust. We have to get behind the manager and see what he wants to do. And back him. Most importantly, we have to back him. Look, forget all the negativity for 90 minutes. Let's go into this game. Let's see what this game has to offer. Come on, you Spurs. We're back, baby.
Exactly. Loving the excitement. Everyone in the live chat looking forward to this game as well. We're quickly going to run through the bench. We have Alfie Whiteman, the goalkeeper there. We have Harvey White, Troy Parrott, of course, the young Irish striker, sitting on the bench there. We've got Jack Clark, Timothy Ayoma, Malachy Fagan Walcott, and a few names I'm not really sure. First of all, we have Jamie Bowden, Brooklyn Lions Foster, and Alfie Devine. And then we have Omol and Mundle, who I can honestly say I don't know who they are. I haven't heard of these names. There's some confusion with some of the players in the first team as well, and Callum Ceesay and Maxim Pascazzi, but they're playing, and hopefully we're going to get to know a lot about them today. But I don't want to sit here and talk about players that we don't really know. I want to talk about players that we do know, and one player in particular that certainly splits the opinion of me and David Harris, which doesn't happen very often. David, Dele Alli is starting. He's been talking the big one on social media, showing the videos of him, working out in Dubai and all that stuff. What do you want to see from Dele Alli today?
Look, I just want to see him committed. I want to see him back to where he was 3 years ago. I want to see him back to where he was when he was scoring them goals against Palace, when he was scoring them goals against Chelsea. I want to see him back to his best. At the end of the day, it's my problem with the guy is I haven't really seen him perform for 2.5 to 3 years now. And look, it's all well and like with Dele Alli, people have this notion that it's up to us to fit him in. Now he's not Son, he's not Kane, right? You would adapt your formation around them two guys to get the best out of Son and Kane. Dele Alli has fallen down the pecking order, so he's at the point in his career now where no matter who the manager is, he has to adapt and do what they want him to do to get into the team. So I want to see a change in attitude, and I just hope that they're not pictures. Because look, Matty, I could go and rub myself with baby oil, take a few pictures, and look like I'm out working hard, right? It's all well and good taking pictures. We've seen it with Tottenham last season. All this stuff in the social media, we're going to be back stronger next week, this, that, and the other. And it was all just kind of media talk, paper talk. I want to see performances on the pitch. But look, New season, fresh start. Let's see what Dele has to offer today. First game, if he can come in, he puts in a good performance today. He's looking fit. He's looking hungry. Desire. Hopefully, he can continue on through preseason and look, prove me wrong. But that's all I want at the end of the day. When I do criticize these players, it literally is because I want to be proven wrong. I just want more from them. I expect more from them, especially when they have this on their crest, on their chest. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So look, with Dele Alli, he's taken pictures. It looks like he has had a change in attitude, and he is working hard. So look, hopefully it comes to fruition today.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree more on that. He's working. If he is working hard, we want to see him reap the rewards of that. I suppose what I will say is the only thing about preseason is if you play really well, people kind of forget that very quickly, especially when your opponent, with all due respect, is lower league opposition in Leyton Orient and whoever it is we're playing in the coming days. I think Colchester are in there as well. So if he plays well, people will say, well, it's only Leyton Orient. But if he plays really poorly, well, then that's where he could be in big trouble because people will pay attention to that essentially. I mean, you can look at Arsenal in their absolutely hilarious preseason friendly against Hibs the other day, where their keeper messed up. They were terrible, playing a relatively strong team. They're currently 1-0 down to Rangers from a goal that has been described as comical defending. So when things go wrong,
never sport Rangers.
Exactly. When things go wrong, you remember it, but when they don't, you don't. We got all the channel members here in the live chat. We got James Watson. We have Dara with the Yid Kid. Good to see you all in the live chat. We also have Jack Nicky, Killian Kenny, Shamu Van Spurs, Oscar Bell, Sherwood Deja Vu, Will Stapleton, Eric, Conrad, Niall. Good to see all of you in the live chat. Make sure to get your score predictions in the live chat. Let me know who you want to see on the pitch today, who you want to see get on the score sheet, and who you're looking forward to getting to know today. Darsag is currently 1-1 in the Arsenal game, so unfortunately they have got their equalizer. But David, out of the young players, which ones are you kind of looking forward to seeing today? Maybe a sub appearance from Troy Parrott?
Look, he did score 2 goals for Ireland, albeit against Andorra. You know what I mean? But yeah, look, let's bring him off the bench, see what he can do, because we haven't done any business. We sent Carlos Vinicius back. We're not getting Gareth Bale back in, so we have no backup striker as it stands to Harry Kane. So we do need to try and give Parrott and Scarlett minutes throughout this preseason. I would like to see Troy Parrott get minutes. But look, to be honest with you, Cameron Carter-Vickers, it's just purely to put him in the window. That's literally what that is. He's not going to have a part to play. Eric Moonboots, I don't know. Hopefully it could be to put him in the window. That would be my preference. I'm excited to see what Callum Cisse has to offer. The young lad at left back, the Estonian guy. I want to see what he has to offer. Apparently there's high hopes for this guy. Niall John in midfield. He's a young lad, but he's powerful, Matt. He's powerful. He's very powerful, and I can't wait to see what he has to offer. Look, Harry Winks in midfield. Hopefully he has a good game. Look, everyone knows my thoughts on Harry Winks, but look, it's the start of a new season. Let's try and be positive. And yeah, Bergwijn, let's see what he has to offer going forward in an attacking role. Let's see. Look, Nuno got brought in Traore, a bit of a trouble player. He was in the Barcelona academy. They let him go, a bit of a trouble. I think he was around Aston Villa. A bit of trouble there. I think Middlesbrough as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then found his way at Wolves, and Nuno got the very best out of him and turned into a Premier League player. Let's see if we can do the same with Stevie B. Exactly.
Hopefully, we want to see these players turn around. We're getting so many reports about which players are going to stay and which players are going to leave. And from the reports that we've seen, the likes of Lucas Moura and Stephen Bergwijn, who start today, and Dele Alli and Harry Winks even, are ones that we're hearing are going to stay. So maybe a bit of confirmation on those reports, and hopefully we will see some better performances from these players in the pre-season tournaments. Brad Matthews in with the £5 super chat. Brad, you're an absolute hero. Thank you so much for that. It says, welcome back, lads, and so it begins. Gonna catch a bit of you guys and then check out the live stream on Spurs TV. Brad, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. And I think Spurs TV is actually down at the moment because people are trying to get in and it's not quite working. But hopefully, when the game kicks off in 20 minutes, we will have footage here for the watch along. I want to quickly run through the Leyton Orient 11, if anybody knows who any of these players are. They start with Vigouroux in goal, and then it's Clay, Wood, Cipriano, who actually spent 4 years in the Spurs Youth Academy, Hap, Ogie, who I actually played football with before. He was in my when I was playing underage football for like 7-8 years. He was on my team, which is bizarre to see. They've got Smith, Pratley, Drinnan, Kemp, and Nkrumah. Then on the bench they have Phillips, Hodgson, Cisse, Hobbs, Clark, Tanga, Satiriou, Young, Papadopoulos, and Sweeney. So that team mainly doesn't mean anything to me. I'm sure it doesn't mean anything to you, David, or anybody watching either. But it's a team that we are up against today, nonetheless. Jamie Imber says Eric Dyer captain. What are your thoughts on that, David?
Yeah, look, when you look at it there, he probably is probably, look, there's a lot of young lads around him in defence. So he's going to need a good performance from Eric Dyer to keep it tight and hold it together. Maybe giving them the captain's armband could just be to, make Dyer feel empowered, that he that he settles in, and that the rest of the young lads in around him settle in and around him. So it'd be interesting to see. Look, you look at Harry Winks, one of the other senior players, you wouldn't give him the captain's armband. Okay, you'd maybe make a case for Lucas Moura. Delhi, you wouldn't give it to him on the back of last season's same as Bergwijn or Joe Hart. So it was between Dyer and Lucas Moura, in my opinion. So, look, one of the two.
Yeah, that's fair. I suppose that, he has to pick someone. And with so many players not available for selection,
I wouldn't read too much into it. That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't read too much into it. The reason, he's still on holiday. Harry Kane, you know what I mean? Players like that. So I wouldn't read too much into it. He has to make somebody captain, obviously. He
does for sure. And like we've been hearing about how the options are few and far between at the moment because of the likes of Harry Kane making it to the final of the Euros. He's going to be on break for a while, and we're getting ridiculous reports about him refusing to return to training and all this crap. But there's a lot of players who aren't available because of their inclusion in the Euros and for various other reasons as well. Of course, the Copa America too. Davinson Sanchez won't be back for a while if he ever is back. Joseph Monaghan, the Matty Hayes chant. Brian Daigle is an absolute legend for getting that one going. Let's get some score predictions in here. Toffee says 3-1 Spurs. Jack Bennett says 3-2 to Spurs. Killian Kenny says 5-2 Spurs. Delhi to score. Lucas 2. Winks to score as well. Dara says 5-1 to Spurs. Niall says 4-1. Pixels Pencil says 5-1. We got a 4-2-5. Cumbo the Real saying 5 for Scarlet. Got a 2-0 and a 4-0 as well. David, what's your score prediction from this one? And if you had to pick one player that you think would be on the score sheet, who is it?
Look, for my score prediction, I'm gonna go 4-4. I'm gonna go 5-0 Tottenham. Look, the reason why I say that is there's players there like Winks, Moura, Delhi, Bergwijn, Dyer. Maybe not Moura, but the rest of them. They all have to make a statement today. They have to make a statement. They're like, especially with Dele Alli, with the pictures and all over preseason, they have to come out. They have to be hungry and have to go at them today, and hopefully stake their place for the team. Then you have the likes of the youngsters thrown in there. Now, they're also going to want to put their hat in the ring. Right back is definitely, backup right back position is definitely up for grabs. You know what I mean? So there's players there that have to make a statement. You have Troy Parrott who could come off the bench. Hopefully he'll be hungry and want a goal or two to prove to Nuno that he is good enough to be back up to Harry Kane over the season. Because we have to remember, Sherwood gave Harry Kane his chance. And if we don't give Parrott a proper chance, you're not going to know whether he's good enough or not. So that'd be interesting. So I'm going to go 5-0 Tottenham. I know clean sheet. Looking at the youngsters playing fullbacks with Cameron Carter-Vickers and Dyer, people are going to say you're mad. But look,
people always call
Tottenham.
You mad,
the delusional man is back. I can't help it. I'm a realist during the summer, and then come start the season, it's all gone out the window. I just go crazy, and delusion comes back. I can't help it. It's Tottenham. I love it.
We need someone like that. We need someone who will give these ridiculously optimistic things. Jack Nicky in the live chat as well saying 10-0 Spurs. Nuno is going to match Jose. Of course, Jose Mourinho's first game for Roma the other day. They had a pre-season friendly against Montecatini, who are in the 4th division of English football. And in my job, we used to analyse Series C, which is the division above it. And I swear to God, you'd be better off going down and watching your under 6 side in Limerick. The standard is absolutely woeful. So the Serie D is a step down from that. And that's apparently what Jose Mourinho so successfully beat. Haytham Al-Batashi with the £10 super chat. Haytham, thank you so much for that. You are a hero. Says big up Matt and Irish Hotspur. Hope you both enjoy the game. I hope you enjoyed as well, Haytham. And if you're going to stick around for the watch along, I hope you enjoyed this as well. Thank you to Glenn for subscribing a few minutes ago. I do appreciate it. Anyone else, if you do want these watch-alongs and the Tottenham Transfer Talk series all throughout the summer, hit that subscribe button. And to the 300 of you who are watching live now, make sure to check out David as well at the Irish Hotspur, linked in the title and the description, and go over and subscribe to him as well. ATX7 Gaming says, how many subs are allowed? I think we can use as many subs as we want. We can bring on every single player that's on the bench if we do need, because there's no limit to it in pre-season friendlies. For my score prediction, there's a good point made there in the chat a second ago, if I can go back and find it. Christopher W says, I feel like it could be similar to how other EPL teams have performed in pre-season and scrape a win 2-1. At the end of the day, these are players who haven't played football in about 2 months' time, so they will be tired, they will be lacking match fitness, the sharpness won't be there. I think Spurs will win. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win. I think, David, the way you said, the kind of unsureness around that defence, I think there probably will be a goal conceded. But I think Spurs will get the win, and I'll go for a 3-1 win. And I'm hoping Dane Scarlett gets on the score sheet. You know, it's crazy to think he's 17 years of age and he's starting his preseason friendly, and everybody knows who he is because he's played in the Europa League for us, and he's a player who.
Can I ask you a question on Dane Scarlett, mate?
Yeah.
What does that mean? He's ahead of the pecking order then to Troy Parrott? Do you think? Because he does start ahead of Troy Parrott.
I would have said he was last season, to be honest. The fact that he wasn't loaned out, that he was given chance in the youth setup, I think he is ahead of Troy Parrott in the pecking order. And I'd have it that way, to be honest, because Scarlett has proven himself at every level he's played at. I don't know his exact figures for last season, but I'll actually get them there just to have a look, because he was absolutely sensational in the under-18s. Incredible numbers. Yeah. And you see Troy Parrott going off on loan to Millwall for 6 months, didn't even score. And he went on loan to Ipswich for 2 months, and he only scored twice there, including a goal in the last day of the season. So I'd put Scarlett ahead of Troy Parrott for sure, but I'm hoping they both turn out to be fantastic players for us, because if we have the two of them to choose from in future years when they're at their best, I think Spurs are in a very, very good position there. Shamu says, new shirt does look nice and crisp. Shame about that god-awful red sponsor at the front. Change it to dark blue. God, I wish we did change it to dark blue. But David, are you a fan of the new kit?
Look, I'll be honest. I've made my feelings on this. I would like it changed to blue, but it's crisp. It's just simple. It's simple, and it looks so good. You know what I mean? You can imagine wearing that with a pair of black jeans, lad. You're just going to look like the bomb. You know what I mean? So, no, I do like it. Now, the second kit and the third kit, I do not like. One of them, I'm going to look like a marble. And the second one, I'm going to look like Barney, or the third one, I'm going to look like Barney the dinosaur. So, you know, I don't like them. I just don't even like the colours. So for me, look, they've made up for it with the home one. I really do like it. But yeah, I'm a bit dubious about buying it. So I'm hoping maybe someone in my family maybe buys it for me as a gift or something like that, so I don't have to buy it. Do
you know what? I'm a big fan of the third kit, the purple one. Honestly, I absolutely love it. I love it. I don't know why. And I've been laughed at for it, but I really, really do love it. I think it's fantastic, and I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it straight away. The second kit, the away kit, I'm a bit unsure about, but obviously the home kit, it's the white Spurs kit. You're gonna love it.
You're a goalkeeper.
I certainly do.
You love all them weird kits. You know, you goalkeepers, you love all them weird colours and everything.
Yeah, there have been some interesting goalkeeper kits in the past. I actually haven't seen the goalkeeper kit for Spurs yet. I don't know what that looks like, but I should probably buy it. Let's see what people are saying. Yidkid is saying the Spurs TV is back up. I'll take a look at that and see if we can figure that out. Dowsatino says, what channel is the game on? It is being streamed for free on Spurs TV, but a few people saying it still isn't working. Dara says Scarlett to score a brace. Shamu says, Spurs season is over already. Season has started, when David is already saying he's overconfident. That's what you need. It's not the end of the transfer window, first game of the season, first preseason. It's David saying he's overconfident, and that's when you know the season is underway. And that's when you know things are about to get interesting. Shamu says the purple kit is crap. The splatter one is okay at a stretch. No, I love the purple kit. I really, really don't know why. Just a quick word on transfers, David, before we get into the game. Arnav says, I have a gut feeling that Levy's going to sign Martin Braithwaite. Barca want to sell him. We need a striker. The most Levy deal, cheap and less quality. I think Braithwaite is actually expected to leave Barcelona, but I was absolutely shocked. I read the other day that playing for Barcelona is this man's secondary income. He's a business, he owns businesses, he has shares in businesses all around the world, and his wages for Barcelona is actually his second income, which is absolutely bizarre. There's been talk about Rafael Varane. Somehow, people actually think that's something Spurs could get done, but with the Jules Koundé deal falling apart, Duncan Castle says that Tottenham are interested in signing Varane for 50 million. You just got to laugh at that, David, don't you?
Yeah, look, we're definitely not going to sign him. Definitely not going to sign him. But one thing I do want to say, I've had a bit of a thought over the last few days. Right, so whenever we're linked with a player, straight away everybody's going, no, it's not going to happen because of Daniel Levy, right? But yeah, we all want Daniel Levy out. So why not start atting Spurs on all the social medias and demanding we start getting these players, just like United fans and other fans of top clubs around the world would do? You know what I mean? Because it puts the pressure on them rather than just giving them the pre-made excuse already of it's not going to happen because it's Daniel Levy.
Yeah, look, I think that the general mood around the Spurs fan base with all of this is, in the last couple of years, there's been a thing of, well, I don't think that'll happen, but you know what, it might, or, we agree a deal and people start getting excited. At the moment, there's just a huge resignation to the fact that nothing is going to get done, and the fans 99% of the time turn out to be right. I remember the week that Conte was supposed to be appointed by Spurs. We had me, you, Brian Daigle, and Henry Wright on a on a live, or was it Jenk, I think, on the live stream, and Danny the Bun was in the live chat saying it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen, and we were laughing at his negativity, and I suppose who turned out to be right. And I think the feeling is the same now. Even when we hear we agreed to deal with Kunde, it's simply well, it's not going to happen. We're not good enough. But that's ones that seems to be falling apart. But one deal that looks as though it should be done soon is the Takahiro Tomiyasu deal. And now Alistair Gold is saying he doesn't think it's going to be done before the Olympics, which means it'll be after the Olympics, which could be after the season starts before we get that deal done. What are Spurs doing?
Look, you know exactly what they're doing. The Japanese Olympic is on. He's Japanese, isn't he? 100% he's Japanese, right? Yeah. Now, it's going to be genius. Either do it in and around the Olympics or straight after the Olympics. Honestly, think about it. It's a marketing ploy by Tottenham Hotspur. That's why they're doing it. You know, they want to be fresh off the scene why Japan is hot, you know, with the Olympics and everything else. So then in and around the Olympics or after the Olympics, when you know they can get that support and that money from Japan, just like they've done with Sonny. You know, with the money that comes in from Korea and stuff like that. That's why they're dragging it out. That's my opinion on it.
Yeah, I think there is that marketing element to the deal, but also he's a very good player. So I'm looking forward to seeing him in the team. We got a few super chats there to get through. Spurs Sick with the $5 says the Irish dynamic duo back again. Big up and much love. Hashtag Harris Army. Hashtag Mad. I'm gonna Maddie Hayes. Come on, you Spurs. Let's go. Spurs Sick. Thank you very, very much for that. And we've Skippy in the live chat as well with the £5 says I've been quiet lately, but don't think I'm not watching. All the best to my favourite peeps. Skippy, thank you very much for that. Thank you to Tuvi for the Spurs for the super chats. Start calling them Spurs chats. Yeah, thank you for those. 8 minutes out here from kickoff. We got Simon Cohen in the live chat as well. Yid Kid gotta go do his live stream. Enjoy, Yid Kid. Jack and Nicky says, why are we letting Nike do Picasso art projects on our kits? Look, it's different to what we've had in the past, because if you're looking at the kits from the last couple of years, it's a general sort of what's the word? Just it's the same kit for every team, just in different colours. I remember our goalkeeper kit the first year we had Nike. Barcelona had the same kit. Chelsea had the same kit. Atletico Madrid had the same kit, all just in different colours. So at least our kit stands out, and there's not going to be any teams with the same kit as us. Maybe for the wrong reasons, but at least we do have our own kit. I think the Spurs TV is back up because I have my stream open here, and it seems to be working fine. I think the issue at the moment is people who are trying to log in can't get in, but if you were already logged in, you should be able to get in now. Gaguma says, am I on the right website? They're doing an interview with Ledley King. Yeah, that is Ben Haynes and Ledley King who are doing the pre-match build-up on there. That is the correct kit. The game should be kicking off there in about 7 minutes time. Alex Apostolou says, afternoon gents, excited to see John and Pascozzi play. Lamela and Winks are not in the squad. Maybe a chance they are going. David, what do you make of those players who aren't in the squad, who didn't have national football over the summer? Lamela and Winks are two of them, and Matt Doherty as well.
Lamela's probably still crying over his dog from years ago. No, look, with Lamela, honestly, he's gone. He's gone. Let's be real. You know, I think he has a year left on his contract as well. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not surprised there. He's probably injured. Although Lamela is known at Tottenham for pre-seasons, you know, and then just goes disappearing into the season. So maybe he's flipping that around this season. He'll be hiding for pre-season and come into the season. That'd be nice. Doherty. Yeah, look, I think it's just a case of holding him back, to be honest with you. Maybe he has a little, I don't know, but he could literally just be holding him back. Yeah, that's my opinions.
Yeah, I think he is just trying to get some of these young players out there, and when we get to the proper friendlies, when we're playing Chelsea and Arsenal in the tournament we have coming up, hopefully there will be we start to see those players back in back on that team there as well. Thank you to Remco for subscribing, and Dara comes in with the super chat with the €5. Dara, thank you very much, I appreciate it. Says, if the Japanese defender is not signed before Wednesday, we risk losing him. If he plays well, more clubs could come in for him. P.S. It went to Rome. It did go to Rome. But other teams could come in for him if he plays well. And I know the Bologna chairman or president was quoted as saying the other day that there are 4 teams interested in him. The only saving grace we have at the moment is that he seems to want Tottenham. So hopefully that could get that deal over the line. But I agree that there is a massive risk from not having this deal done yet. And you'd also question, why is it not done yet? If the clubs are apparently close to agreeing a deal, if Tomiyasu wants it, why isn't he a Spurs player yet? But look, we'll just have to trust in Daniel Levy.
What I will say on that is the deal could already be done. It's just mutually agreed that it's kept quiet until Spurs want to announce it. You know, why the Olympics is going on and Japan is hot. You know, marketing sort of thing could already be done. If Bologna sign a couple of players over the next week or two, and then that's more or less the case. that they're just spending the money that Spurs have already given them, and it's just waiting to be announced. But look, it is Daniel Levy. They probably could still be arguing over £10,000, or you never know.
Yeah, nothing would surprise you with this club anymore. Jack and Nicky says, "Matt, our kits look like something my son would ask to be put on the fridge." Well, he must be a fantastic artist then, Jack. I1 says, "Is the game on BT Sport?" The game's not on BT Sport. It is being streamed for free on Spurs TV on the Spurs website. Robin Doncaster as well. I don't know what that is, to be honest. I'd say just keep trying, because I'm in here and it seems to be working good. I've just got into my phone as well, so it seems to be fine. But Robin Dant asking, where's Ndombele? I didn't even notice that he's not in the squad. He wasn't in the French squad for the Euros either. But I assume, as David was just saying, it could be the same as the other big players who are in this team here.
With Ndombele, I did receive a picture. He is looking a bit heavy, and maybe it's just keeping him back, making him do fitness work until he gets into the team, or until he gets fit.
Typical Ndombele. What else would you expect from him? Yeah, but look, we are 3 minutes out from kickoff, everybody. We have 360 people watching in the live chat, which is certainly a lot more people than I expected for a pre-season friendly against Leyton Orient. Please do hit that like button.
I'm just going to get a stream here, Matt.
Yeah, no worries. Do hit that like button if you haven't already. We're on 78 and we're looking to get to 100 people before the live stream starts. So please do hit that like button. Do make sure to subscribe to the channel as well if you are new. The live chat today is subscribers only, so if you want to get involved in the chat, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And you can also hit that notification bell for notifications on future friendly watch-alongs and the Tottenham Hotspur Transfer Talk series. Any breaking news on YouTube, this is the first place you'll get it for Tottenham transfer news. The players are coming out onto the pitch right now in that, as Spurs 6 said, that clean new jersey. Joe Hart, it's a green goalkeeper jersey this season, which I think was the same as last season, to be honest. But it's certainly looking nice, and it's a nice warm day out in Leyton Orient as well. Just running through those the starting 11 there. For Leyton Orient, as we went through earlier, the only player of note really is Hector Cipriano, who spent 4 years in the Tottenham Youth Academy before leaving in 2015. Shamu says, we need everyone to email Tottenham and get them to send Matt and David Tottenham gear, more worthy than expression. So if you want to do that, Shamu, I won't stop that. If you want to email Spurs and get me some free gear, I certainly won't be opposed to that. Aidan Scotty says you don't have to sign up to watch the game. So anyone, if you do want to watch it, TottenhamHotspur.com, Spurs TV showing it for free there. Just to run back through the lineup, as you can see it there beside you, it is Joe Hart, Callum Cisse, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Eric Dyer, Maxim Pescozzi, Niall John, Harry Winks, Lucas Moura, Dele Alli, Stephen Bergwijn and Dane Scarlett. And on the bench we have Alfie Whiteman, Harriet White, Troy Parrott, Jack Clark, Timothy Ayoma, Maliki Fagan Walcott, Toby Amole, Jamie Bowden, Brooklyn Lions Foster, Romain Mundle and Alfie Devine in what is Nuno Espirito Santos' first game in charge of Spurs, and the captain is Eric Dyer. Okay, Oluwaseyi, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, thank you very much for subscribing. Jim saying no luck getting into the stream. I would say just keep trying. Hopefully you do get in there. It looks like there's going to be a minute's silence before this game, and of course in honour of Justin Edinburgh, and what is today the Justin Edinburgh Foundation Trophy. The former Leyton Orient and manager and Spurs player who unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago after the Champions League final. We are a minute out from Spurs being back, and I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to this one. And James there just said Lucas is wearing number 9, which I actually didn't notice, but it's very possible because, as Nuno Espirito Santo confirmed yesterday, Gareth Bale will not be coming back to Spurs this season, so the number 9 is free at the moment, and it's very possible that that Lucas Moura has taken that number. And I'll actually take a quick look at the I think they don't have the numbers in the starting 11. But I'll keep an eye out for that and see if we can confirm that one. Spurs Sake with another $2 super chat. Thank you very much for that. Says, know much about Cisse. To be honest, I don't, but just having a quick look before they started, I know he's an 18-year-old right back who made, I think, 27 appearances for the under-18 team last season. He scored 6 goals and got a couple of assists as well. So some potential there. If we are going to lose some right backs, maybe he will be in and around that first team this season. But I personally don't know too much about him. He's just a youth player who's getting a very big chance in the preseason friendly here today. Cody says I couldn't get in using the Spurs TV one. I think a few people there are the same. Everyone's asking where can you watch. You can watch it through the Spurs website if you can manage to log in. If you go in and you log in, one of the first options, one of the first kind of articles or links that should be there is the to the game there on Spurs TV. The quality is decent. Richard Bamus says quality ain't that great though. Fix NBA 2K21 says there's no option to click. If you look up, even if you just Google Leyton Orient versus Tottenham live stream, there should be some link there that will bring you away to the certain area of the website there where you can watch the game. But Spurs are about to get us under the way after what was a minute's applause, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to seeing Spurs back on the pitch, because again, it's been 55 days since that 4-2 win at the King Power Stadium, which confirmed our place in next season's UEFA Europa Conference League, or whatever it's called. The players taking a knee here, and applause from the fans as they do so. And Dele Alli is about to get us underway. I think David may not have found his stream yet, but we are underway. Dele Alli kicks us off. Spurs kicking from left to right. And like I said, a very nice day over in Leyton Orient. Spurs in their home white kit with their navy shorts and socks. And Leyton Orient wearing all red. It's really strange, as I mentioned a while ago, the left back starting for Leyton Orient today, Shad Ogie. I played football with him for 6 or 7 years. It's so strange to see him up against the team that I do love today. But hopefully he has a good game. But hopefully it's in a defeat. Some early possession out here on the left for Spurs, and I was trying to figure out what this formation is, because it's kind of hard to figure out who's playing where when you don't really recognise some of the players that are out there. And Aidan Scotty here saying Dele is wearing number 10. That's odd. I can see Lucas Moore is definitely wearing number 9. Dele Alli, if he's wearing number 10, what does that mean for Harry Kane? I need to ask David when he comes back, because he'll have an optimistic answer for that one. I'll try to see here if Dele Alli is wearing number 10 for Spurs here today. A bit strange. Quite a few changes of number 8 in there as well, saying Dele is wearing number 10. What does that mean for Harry Kane? We know we've heard stories in the last couple of days that Kane will refuse to come back to training with Spurs. We try to get forward for the first time. Lucas Moore down the right hand side, but it does go out for a corner kick. Just going to have a look and see on Twitter if anyone can have the answer as to why Dele Alli is wearing that number 10 today. Just want a bit of reassurance as Harry Kane, of course, not there. Or usual number 10. Some concerning stuff there, but it is a corner here for Spurs early on out on the right hand side. Nearly 2 minutes played. I can't link it in the chat because I'm actually watching it on my phone, not on the laptop. Lucas delivers a corner, and I think it's Harry Winks who got up highest there, and it was Dane Scarlett on the penalty spot who rose up to get that ball unmarked, but he was unable to get enough of a connection on that. I'm not too sure if the numbers the players are wearing today are going to be their numbers for the season ahead, because Dane Scarlett wearing number 19. I don't know if he will have that number when the season does start. And Cameron Carter-Vickers, I think, wearing number 15. So I don't know if we should read too much into the numbers that they're wearing, but Dele Alli wearing number 10, definitely a concern as we look towards the future of Harry Kane. Oscar as well saying Scarlett wearing number 19. That's a new number. They all seem to be pretty low numbers, I suppose. So I don't know if these will be their numbers for the season ahead. I see number 20 there as well. Is that Pascazzi wearing number 27? But look, I put it out on Twitter. Let's see if anyone can come up with a reasonable answer for why Dele Alli is wearing number 10. We'll see if we can figure that one out. Oscar's well saying Dyer is wearing number 5, so maybe I was right in that. These are just random numbers that have been given to them per day. I suppose it is worth noting as well, there are no names in the back of the jersey, so it is just the number. So hopefully nothing much to that. But Spurs dominating possession here early on, 3 minutes played, and we're still on the ball. Jim says numbers haven't been issued yet for the season. There's no names on the back, so yeah, let's see that there's nothing too much to that. James says seems like they're just wearing their favourite numbers. The website still says 27 for Lucas and 20 for Dele. Maybe just trying to give us a heart attack and giving the number 10 to another player, but maybe not much to that one. Margaret says, where can I watch the game? It's streaming for free on the Tottenham Hotspur website. The website does seem to be down at the moment. Let's not put in links or names of dodgy websites in the live chat. Please do not go and search that, because I can't assure you there won't be any viruses on your computer afterwards. So Spurs getting forward here again. Ball down the right hand side. It's a poor cross into the box, and it will run harmlessly through to the goalkeeper. I think that's Pascazzi getting forward down the right hand side there. But a good start from Spurs, dominating the possession so far. Nuno not looking too pleased on the sideline, but can't really read too much into it in the first 4 minutes. I wonder if David has seen any of his 4 minutes, or if he's even coming back to us. But I'm sure he will be back very, very shortly. Yeah, people on Twitter kind of thinking the same, that there isn't too much to it about the numbers that are on there. Alistair Gold saying looks like a fluid 4-1-4-1 or 4-2-3-1 formation to start for Spurs. So not the 5 at the back or the 3 at the back that I personally expected. Was a bit unsure when I saw the lineups, but Gold also noting the fact that those different numbers there. He says the Spurs players wearing some different numbers today. Dele Alli wearing the number 10, Lucas Moura with 9, Dyer's 5, while Dane Scarlett is wearing 19. The new kit looks smart, and it certainly does. It's a very nice kit. It's a bit cleaner than the one we had last year. The commentary hub too, I think that's Russ. Good to see him in the live chat. I'm good, hoping you're well as well. Dara says 4 minutes and Winks is boring me. Well, maybe that's what we have to look forward to for the season ahead, as we're hearing Harry Winks will find out what his role will be under Nuno Espirito Santo in the next week or so. Shamu says, come on Jack, you're a Estonian lad with a crap cross there. I thought he was a centre back, so I don't know why he's playing down the right. I know Callum Cisse is a right back, and he seems to be playing a bit more centrally here. So I'm not quite sure what's going on, but it was Pascazzi with that poor cross down the right hand side. And Spurs still in possession. The majority of it kind of coming in around the middle of the park with our centre backs as Cameron Carter-Vickers comes forward and tries to play a long ball across the pitch, but it's easily intercepted. And Leyton Orient can get their foot on the ball now and try and get out, but it's good pressure in the middle of the park from Spurs, and we get the ball back very quickly. There's someone there as well wearing number 28, and it certainly isn't Tanguy Ndombele, so a load of random numbers out there today. And here's Harry Winks in the middle of the park, plays it back into, I think, Callum Cisse. I should have taken note of the numbers so I know who's who. But Pascazzi back into Carter Vickers. And here's Winks in the middle of the park. There's not a lot of movement between the front line. I think Dele Alli is kind of trying to get up and sit alongside Dane Scarlett when we are in possession, but we're kind of struggling to get the ball fed into them. But some good pressure down that left hand side again. And Spurs really pressing whenever Leyton Orient get possession. Now it's Dele Alli and Dane Scarlett chasing down those centre halves as they're in possession. So a bit more pressing than we got used to last season. I know it's kind of hard to sit here and say either way that we did or didn't press, because I know there was a lot of different tactics and a lot of different styles kind of utilised under Jose Mourinho. But we won the ball up back here high up the pitch. Dane Scarlett feeds it into Dele Alli. It's a loose touch and he's tackled very easily there. And David seems to have left us, but hopefully he will be back. Hopefully he'll be back shortly. It's a free kick here for Leyton Orient just outside their own box. What are your thoughts on the start of the game here? Jack says Cisse is absolutely statuesque. He's massive and is a right-footed left back. The 6'6" Spinazzola. Look, if he's half the quality of what we saw from Leonardo Spinazzola in the Euros, I think we have a very good player on our hands there. Here's Cameron Carter-Vickers under a bit of pressure deep back, and he gives away. Excuse me. He gives away the throw-in. And Leyton Orient potentially with their first chance here to get some possession high up the pitch. Cody Mack says, go to the Spurs official Twitter account. The link is there. I've posted the link about 10 times as well. Don't know why it wouldn't be working if you have tried it. If you posted the link in the chat, I think links are instantly blocked by YouTube, and I haven't seen any to approve, Cody, so I do apologise for that. But Cody, if you want to DM me the link on Twitter, I can put it in the live chat there, and hopefully people will be able to get in there. Anyone talking about All World 247, please get out of my live chat. I don't want any dodgy links being put in there. So almost 400 people watching. Long throw into the box, but Spurs managed to deal with it very, very well. Steve, you are now banned. Spurs trying to get forward here, but it's a good challenge. As Dele Alli tried to break down the left hand side. It's a free kick for Spurs on the halfway line. A bit of an energetic start to this game from Spurs, I would say. We're kind of moving the ball quickly when we're in possession without really getting anywhere. But yeah, just a free kick taken quickly there. We're in possession, we're trying to keep the ball well, and out of possession we're pressing. So I suppose it's what we're really asking for from Spurs. Cody says copy and paste it. I'm watching it on my phone, Cody, so I can't copy and paste it into the live chat just yet. Recon Gaming, there was a dodgy link that was put in there a second ago, so please don't get that one. As we break forward here, we're in the box, touch around the defender, and the shot comes in, but it's a good save. I couldn't quite see who that was, but it was a really good ball over the top, and a very good touch by our number 20. I'm honestly not sure who that is, but he took a very good first touch back over the defender and hit it on his left foot from the corner of the 6-yard box, but it was a comfortable save in the end for Vigoro. Jack, was it Niall John who attacked it? Yeah, so it was Niall John there, number 20. A nice bit of control from him. Shemu say not bad there from Niall John Cena. Well, the defenders can see him, so maybe not the same there. Thank you, Cody, for the link. Copy link address. So I'm going to put the link in the live chat for anybody who does want to watch it. Anyone putting in All World 247, please get out of my live chat. I'm not going to direct any of my viewers to dodgy websites like that. But there is the link to it on the Tottenham Hotspur website if you do want to go and check that out. It's Harry Winks with a long pass there over to Niall John. Some good control, but in the end, a decent save from the goalkeeper. Terry there as well, saying just pre-season numbers, so not too much to read into with that one. But a throw in out for Leyton Orient in their own half, as they try to get their foot in the ball, which they've really struggled to do in the opening 10 minutes here. But a throw in for their left back. Nice to see a crowd here at the game as well. Of course, not a full crowd just yet. Stadium's not fully open in the UK yet. I think it's in 2 days' time when that'll happen on the 19th of July, unless it's been pushed back or anything. Cody says Niall John has apparently been impressing in training. Well, he's certainly impressed with the start here as well. So fingers crossed he maybe gets on the score sheet. Daniel saying, where can I watch the match? The link that I've just put in there, the link that I'm going to pin, as Cody said, in the live chat, that's where you can watch it. That's live on Spurs TV. Hopefully that will work for you. I know a few people have had issues with it, but if you go to that link, you'll be able to watch the match there. Peter saying the website has worked for me now as well. So yeah, hopefully we will that'll start to work for more and more people. I'm not sure where David is. He was trying to get a stream for the game, and he disappeared. So let's see how that goes. Gogama, thank you very much for the super sticker. I really do appreciate that. You're an absolute hero. It's difficult doing a watch along on your own, I'll be honest. You have someone to bounce off, but hopefully David will be back shortly. Dele Alli here in possession, dropping a bit deeper to get on the ball, trying to play a long one over the top this time towards Dane Scarlett, but it runs through harmlessly to Vigoro in the Leyton Orient goal. Trying to do kind of a mixture of long balls and a mixture of kind of decent football for Spurs, but neither bearing fruit just yet, as Leyton Orient yet again in possession deep inside their own half, and a high press from Spurs. There's Dane Scarlett, Lucas Moura and Niall John putting the pressure on, but Leyton Orient have bypassed that fairly easily. Through ball there down to the left hand side, Leyton Orient in the box, pulls it back, but it's cleared by Eric Dyer. Wayne Bonner, good to see him in the live chat, says, with a £2 super chat, says just tuned in, what's our starting 11? So the 11 you can see beside me there, that is a starting 11 for this one. Joe Hart starting in goal with Cisse, Carter Vickers. I'm not too sure that formation is correct. I think it is Piscozzi out in right back, and then Cisse in left back, with Winks and long ball into the box and the header on the 6-yard box there for Leyton Orient, and it's gone over the bar, and a lucky escape there for Spurs, because that was a really good opportunity for Leyton Orient to take the lead. Nuno Espirito Santo was sitting down comfortably in his dugout, but he's right up on the sideline now, trying to get a bit of instruction into his players. But a very good chance for Leyton Orient, free header from 6 yards out, and they've put it over the bar, so it remains 0-0. But yeah, I think it's Harry Winks in the sitting role. Then the four behind the striker is Lucas Moura, Stephen Burgoyne, Dele Alli, and Niall John kind of moving around in a really, really fluid four there, and then Dane Scarlett up front in a 4-1-4-1. An interesting formation, one that I certainly didn't see. Guys, if you want to watch the game, the link is pinned to the top of the live chat. Click that link and that'll help. It's it's in the live chat there a lot. Just read the live chat, and I'm sure you'll be able to find it there. Stuart saying you're doing great, Matt. Well done and thanks. Smash those likes, people. Thank you for that, Stuart. I do appreciate it, and do smash that like button. The numbers on this are a lot better than I was expecting. We're already well over 100 likes, so please do continue to smash that like button. It is of course 0-0 with 13 minutes played, and we have lost David. Let's see if we can get him back. But a throw in out for Leyton Orient deep inside their own half, out on the right hand side, and flicked on, and Spurs very quickly back in possession. It's a poor header by Dyer, and a bit of pinball there now, but it will be a throw in. That should have been a Spurs ball. A strange decision there from the referee. Callum Cisse is going to be surprised when he turns around with the ball and realizes that it's not his throw. Strange decision there from the referee. If one more person puts in a link to All World 247, I swear to God, just stop spamming the chat with these ridiculous links. When I get a chance in a second, I'm just going to ban that from the live chat on this channel. But it's a free kick for Leyton Orient rather than a throw in. Vigoro, I'm sure, is going to pump this one up the pitch. Possession here for Leyton Orient in Spurs' final third, but a very compact low block, and Dane Scarlett coming back there to drop into the midfield to win back possession, looking to drive forward, and eventually tries to feed the ball back to Lucas Moura, but it takes the deflection off Ogie, and it's out for a throw-in for Spurs. And taken quickly again, looking to keep that ball moving, keep it going, and Maxim Piscozzi tries to give it back to the keeper there, and he was under a bit of pressure, and it was deflected out for a goal kick. A lucky escape there for Piscozzi, but certainly not afraid to play the risky passes and to get in possession there. But good work from Dane Scarlett to win the ball back and break down that Leyton Orient attack. Jack says I'm reporting the Matt. Don't worry, I appreciate that, Jack. Jack, if you want to hop on the watch along, just drop me a message on Twitter, and you can certainly come on here as well, if you're up for it. Are they stopping the game because the ball's flat? Oh, this is typical Spurs. Typical Spurs need to stop the game because the ball is flat. Absolutely love it. Oh, they're taking it again. They're playing away. Ball into the middle of the park. Dele Alli tries to flick it on towards Dane Scarlett, but it's comfortably defended by Leyton Orient, and they're back in possession again. Not too much to shout about really in this game. The only thing to note is a good chance for Niall John after Harry Winks played a very good ball over the top, and John took a brilliant touch on his right foot to take it back around the defender onto his left, and a shot in the end was saved comfortably by Vigoro. But some good work there from him to create that opportunity for him. But here we are back in possession again with John under a bit of pressure in the middle of the park. Ogie trying to tackle, but John feeds it into Harry Winks. Tries to play a forward ball, and it's a good ball down the line, down the right hand side for Biscotti. If he can keep this in, he just didn't manage. It was another poor cross from him in the end. But it's going to be a goal kick now for Leyton Orient as we move past the first quarter of an hour. It remains 0-0 in this one. I'm just going to ban all world 247 com from the live chat, and no one will be able to put that in again. God, I love YouTube. Yeah, goal kick here for Leyton Orient. Aaron says the Spurs TV stopped working again. This is torture trying to watch it. My stream's working fine so far. It's actually really high quality. So I'm not sure why it wouldn't be working for other people. But in the live chat, Jack, Cody, if you do want to jump onto the watch along, drop me a message on Twitter, and I'd be more than happy to bring you onto the show. But here's a chance for Leyton Orient getting forward, fed down the right hand side, 3 in the box. What kind of ball can he pick out? Face up by Eric Dyer, brings it down to the byline, and it comes in. It's taking deflection off Eric Dyer, but it's kept alive here by Ogie on the left hand side. Spurs with a lot of numbers back, but Leyton Orient with a lot of numbers forward as well, as Ogie puts it across the face of the box, but it ends up going harmlessly over Joe Hart's crossbar, and it's out for a goal kick to Spurs. And look who it is. 17 minutes later, he's back. David, how are you getting on?
Yeah, back. I'm in.
You got the stream?
Yeah.
Good. I love it.
Yeah. No, I finally got in, lad. About time. Been trying for the last 2 hours nearly.
I don't know if it's just the sheer volume of people who are trying to get in or what, but it's not, unsurprisingly, not been done very well from Spurs. Have you seen any of the game, David? Or are you literally just in? No,
I'm literally just in.
Okay.
Well,
okay.
I've seen the last 5 minutes on my phone because I was logging into it on the computer and that. So,
right. You didn't see the Niall John chance, did you?
Yeah, I did.
It was a very good touch for him, wasn't it? A bit of confidence there to knock that back around the defender.
Yeah, no, it was. And look, I was saying before the game, Niall John, he's good. He does have talent. Like, Jose was bringing him onto the bench, and Jose Mourinho's not going to put you on the bench if he doesn't see something in you. And no, look, it'd be interesting now. Be nice to see see him get a goal today. To be honest, it's nice to see a lot of the youngsters get a goal.
Yeah, it definitely would. Even getting their chance is good to see, but any bit of further contribution would be good as the ball is played down the left hand side here. Bergwijn going to chase that one. Can he keep it in? No, it's good defending there to shadow him out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick for Leyton Orient. I was going to run there and get a charger, David. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Yeah. Everybody, I say, do keep persisting. You will eventually get logged in. Just keep persisting if you haven't already been logged in. But still 0-0 here. It's a goal kick to Leyton Orient. But guys, get in the comments. Let us know if you're excited seeing Callum Cisse, Pescotti at left back, the young Estonian guy. John in midfield. Let us know. Scarlett up front. Parrott on the bench, which was a very interesting call. Here we go. Lucas Moore on the ball. Oh, that's a free kick. No, referee didn't give it. Typical. First thing I see Harry Winks is get the ball and pass it backwards. That's a poor pass by Pescotti there. Not in sync. Just that. No, John, he's a lanky boy. He's a very lanky boy. Free kick to Leyton Orient. I wonder what the thinking was with Nuno starting Scarlett ahead of Troy Parrott. It's a big card, maybe it is to try and keep Troy Parrott hungry. Keep him on the bench for that when he does come on, he explodes. It'd be very interesting to see. But it's a big call by Nuno today. Leyton Orient, look, great tackle. That's not a free
brilliant
kick.
Challenge. The Carter Vickers with the challenge.
It's not a free kick.
Spurs Sick with the $2 super chat says, "What time are you on, lads? Think I'm ahead." You're probably ahead because of the delay on the stream, but I'm at 1950, 51, 52, 53. Are we the same, Dave?
I'd say we're all at different times. I've just gone into a new minute there.
Okay, I'm about a second or two behind you. Spurs Sick, if you just pause the stream for a second, we should catch up with you eventually. We're on 20, 07, 08, 09, 10. It's just because of the delay on this stream. We'll probably be a bit behind you. Jack says Cisse is massive and has some pace to him as well. He looks classy in the ball every now and then, and he's playing as a right-footed left back today, which is difficult. I'm surprised, to be honest, that of the way that back line is shaping up, because Cisse is a right back and he's playing on the left, but Pascazzi's a centre back and he's playing on the right. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but I'm sure Nuno knows what he's doing. James says Bergwijn has been quiet. To be honest, I forgot Steven Bergwijn is playing. I won't even lie. I forgot he was on the pitch. What do you make of the inclusion of Cameron Carter-Vickers? Oh, go ahead.
You are going to see some players be quiet. Some players, it does take them a few games to get up and running. It is pre-season, it is first game back. Hopefully, the longer the game goes on, the more our quality will start to show through. That's what I'd expect from the first pre-season game.
Yeah, that's fair. Can't expect too much of them from their first one back. Everyone continue to smash that subscribe button. Like I said, David, the numbers on the stream have been absolutely insane. We have 320 people still watching right now. We've had over 10,000 playbacks already, and like 40 or 50 new people have subscribed. Tottenham are back. Tottenham are back.
Look, it was quiet in all the last month. People were just fed up with Tottenham and everything else. But we're back now. We're back. A new season upon us. People are optimistic. And let's keep that going into the new season. Big up everybody that's tuning in. Fair play to you all. Just as excited as we are. Come on.
Absolutely. And thank you to the people who are continuing to subscribe. We've got Steve Linney, Fatal Surfy as well subscribing. Thank you so much for that. And to the other 40 or 50 people who have done, we do appreciate it. And do make sure to head over to David's channel and subscribe to him as well. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a good day. Is Eric Dyer coming off? Oh no, I think it's a water break. I thought they were taking Dyer off already. Lawrence, the link is pinned to the top of the chat if you want to watch the game. Adam says you deserve these numbers, Matt. Thank you very much, Adam. I appreciate it.
There you go.
Yeah, a lot of people with a lot of kind words for Cisse in the chat. Terry says he looks to be an intriguing prospect, big kid with some pace. And look, it happens sometimes in pre-season where these players that you didn't really know kind of come out of nowhere and end up near that first team. Cisse could certainly be one of those. I don't think the likes of Carter Vickers will be, because he's had his chances at Spurs and on loan as well.
He's wearing number 28, right?
Cisse is,
He's wearing number 28. Yeah, he's a big boy, isn't he?
He is.
He's a big boy.
Liam Donovan says, I've only logged on to see all our new signings. Well, you can log straight back off, Liam. So I don't think we'll have any of those for a while. A bit of a water break here, and Nuno handing out some tactical advice. Interestingly, to the senior players, and Dele Alli and Lucas Moore, although he's turning his attention now to Dane Scarlett, and he's sending them back out in the pitch there for the second half of this first half. Jack also thought they were taking Eric Dyer off, which would be the most Eric Dyer thing ever. Honestly, starting a pre-season game as captain against Leyton Orient, and then ending it. Jack says he's about to kiss Nuno if he took Dyer off early. David, what's your feeling like when we start a new era of like with a new manager at Spurs? Because when I really first started getting into football, it was like early on in the Pochettino era. So for me, the idea of a new manager isn't something that I'm used to very often, because when I properly love Spurs, it's only happened twice, in Pochettino replacing in Jose and then in Nuno coming in now. So it's not something I'm particularly used to, which is really strange to say. But do you get excited when you have a new manager coming in? Is there a feeling of kind of optimism, or is there a lot of kind of concern about what could happen?
Well, look, when you usually sack managers, because things are going bad, results are going bad, right? So, it gives you a new optimism. Now, look, Spurs fans, we always go into the new seasons with optimism. You know what I mean? And rightly so, we should. And it's the same sort of feeling with a new manager, Matt. You're getting a new manager. Look, whether you like him or not, you back him. You try and back the players on the pitch, going into a new season. And look, let's see what they can offer. Who knows? Oh, unlucky. He just couldn't get on the control. Dane Scarlett.
Yeah.
great ball over the top. Dane Scarlett control them down. But with a new manager, Matty, look, it's just you have to get behind them. Look, whatever's going on at the hierarchy board level, fair enough. But we have to remember, no matter who the chairman is, we've always loved this first. We've always loved Tottenham first. So we have to remember, like, you know, love the badge, you know, get behind the manager, try and get behind the players as long as they don't let you down and piss you off, even though it is what we've come to expect with a lot of this certain group of players. But, you know, it's Tottenham Hotspur. We have to try and get behind them. I know people are pissed off and down without us making signings, and some people aren't too happy with Nuno's words in the press conference saying that, you know, the squad is quality anyway. Look, we all know he's lying, you know, but it's his first press conference. He's never going to throw himself or these players under the bus in the first one. You know, and for me, look, we just have to back it. I know a lot of people are pissed off at the signings and that, but it doesn't matter whether we get them in or not. Well, obviously it matters whether we get them in or not, because if we don't, it's going to be a long, hard, frustrating season again. But we still have to get behind the club. We still have to support it going into the new season. I think that's very, very important. But in terms of new managers, yeah, look, we do need to back them when they come in the door. You have to give everyone a fair shot. You have to give everybody a fair shot before you make up your mind and your judgment on them. So we'll wait and see. Look, some come in and they're bad. They're bad straight away. Some come in and they're good. I think Nuno will be a good appointment. I wasn't sold on it at first, but doing my research and doing a lot into it and maybe trying to take my mind out from the club being pissing me off and stuff and going at it with an objective point of view, I think he's going to be a very, very good. I think he's going to be a good appointment for Tottenham because, look, I know a lot of people as well, Matty, have said, look, this job is a bit of a poison chalice, which it is. Right? We all know that until the squad is rotating and that, no matter who comes in, it's still going to be a poison chalice. But we still want the very best man we can get to fill that vacancy. And look, we couldn't get Conte, we couldn't get Poch. We're all disappointed. But look, Nuno, he's not a bad appointment. So look, let's just get behind it and see what he can do.
Exactly. I completely echo what you're saying there, that he's not a bad appointment, but we wanted a bit better, and for a while we thought we were going to get better. And I said it the whole way throughout the circus that Nuno is a better appointment before we thought we were getting Conte. You know, because we'd been promised so much, we're kind of looking at Nuno as a disappointment more than because of his name, more than because of his actual ability. And I think even 12 months prior to that, when he's had a fantastic season with Wolves, we're in here potentially Bergwijn. It's good goalkeeping from Figueroa to get out to that one. But
how quick
it was very good goalkeeping. 12 months ago, Nuno was one of the best appointments because he's just finished seventh twice in a row with Wolves. So just because he's had one bad season doesn't negate the success he's had in the past, and we can't ignore his quality as a manager because we are hoping for better managers as well. There's a comment there in the live chat says, "Please be quiet and watch the game." No. Liam says, "Irish, I agree. Nuno's a good manager with backing from the board. Who knows?" And that's it. I think with a lot of managers, backing from the board will give you a lot of potential, but just the question of whether or not we'll get that at Spurs is a completely different question, and at the moment it's not looking particularly likely that will happen in this window. But look, we'll have to wait and see. We have to wait and see how things pan out. And I know Nuno in his pre-game press conference for this said that he essentially said it's not his job to get the transfers in. He was saying Paratici and Hitchen are looking at the market while he's coaching the team. Although they are talking and they're kind of identifying who they want together, Nuno doesn't have the final say, or may not even have that much of a say in transfers. So I don't know how this one is going to pan out. I don't know how it's going to work out. But look, it's a new style. We can't just give out about it and immediately deny any of its potential immediately. But look, in 6 months' time, we may have a very different feeling on that one. Peter says,
look, I don't agree with this either, but we do have to remember, you know, after the first game of the season last season, that's when we went and got signings in the door. You know what I mean? We got Reguilon in straight away off the back of it. You know, so it could very well be the case again this season. I don't agree with it. I'd like to see them in before pre-season starts and get them in, get them up to speed so we can work on them with them tactically, what we expect from them coming in door, and give them the very best chance to succeed in the season. You know, but look, even if we do get some in late, at least we've got some in. Who knows? Wait and see.
Exactly.
And don't get me wrong, I'm meaning out as much as the next man, right? I just want to clear this up. I'm meaning out as much as the next man. But I'm still not going to let that affect my support from the club and trying to find positivities where I can or try and be objective where I can as well.
Yeah, I get you. I'm completely the same. Peter says it seems like Nuno just reached the end of his cycle at Wolves, much like Poch did with us. And exactly, I mean, there was a lot of surprise when Nuno left Wolves when it was announced. There's a chance here for Niall John to hit it from range, and it's a good effort, but it's saved by Vigoro. And the the corner's prevented. I think it's actually out for a goal kick after Dane Scarlett blocks the clearance. But my God, it was a fantastic strike from Niall John. I wasn't expecting that out of him.
I have to say, Matt, I like the confidence that he picked up the ball, and first thought was, let's test this goalkeeper, let's see what he can do. You know what I mean? I like that. It's positive. It's positive. It's what you want, and this is sometimes what these youngsters can do in these preseason games. Looking to make a name for themselves. Where the positivity and the directness can come to fruition. Because look, Leyton Orient are great. Let's go at them. Let's be positive. You know what I mean? And I like the way that he opened his body up, and first thing he was thinking, right, let's test this goalie.
Yeah, and Jack there says incredible spatial awareness from this whole game from Niall John. He moves around very cleverly. A lot of love there for John. The confidence there for me is the most impressive thing. He's not looking to kind of make every other player happy in terms of giving them the ball the whole time. He's up there with Deliani and Lucas Moura. He could really easily just try and feed them in the whole time and get on their good side. But he's not. He's being confident. He's playing his own game. And it was a very good strike from him. The second, I think, is that 2 shots on target, and both of them coming from him. So maybe he could be the standout player for this one.
But this is the thing, Matt. Football doesn't have to be as complicated as people make it nowadays. It really doesn't. It's the most simple game in the world. It's the most simple language to learn in the world. It's not as complicated as some of these superstars make it out to be nowadays. It really isn't. It's a ball in 11v11 at the end of the day when you strip it back. You know what I mean? And the team that has the most dog in them, the team that has the most technical ability, usually wins on the day. But the team that is technical, could be beaten by the team that has a dog on the day. So you need both. You need the dog and the technical ability in the team. It really is a simple sport.
It is when you break it down. There's not much to it. I think that's a foul there from Maxim Piscazzi. No, it's not. Referee plays away, but he loses possession again, and it's throw-in now for.
Looks a bit like one fight.
He does actually, doesn't he? Let's just hope he's better.
Yeah.
I think he's a player that was getting a lot of attention in the lower leagues and the youth leagues last season. I'm really excited to see him playing his first game for Spurs. Again, not the position I thought that he played, but getting that chance nonetheless is definitely good for him. Free kick now for Leyton Orient, just to the side of their own box as we reach almost 32 minutes in this game, and not yet a goal for Spurs. Not really a clear-cut chance either. That John will maybe a half chance as he was coming back onto his weak foot. But what are your thoughts on the opening half an hour?
Well, look, you may as well ask me about the last 10, 15 minutes.
yeah, true.
Look, yeah, it's not bad. Few misplaced passes. Scarlett, he would have been in for one if he could have took that ball down. Bergwijn's just been a yard or two short of getting on to the end of one or two things. So look, the goal is coming. I do think there is a goal coming. It's just about keep remaining positive and trying to play it forward. And so look, yeah, I'm happy so far. Look, Spurs are keeping the ball well enough. Look, Leyton Orient, they look dangerous from their throw-ins, long throw-ins into the box. But and they've had that free kick as well. Oh, great play. Well done.
Go on, John. He won the free kick there. Noel John gets the ball into his feet about 30 yards from goal, back to the defender, spins him fantastically, then wins a free kick. And it's a free kick here about 25-30 yards out for Spurs. But it's not an opportunity because Harry Winks is over it. Rangers 2-1 up against Arsenal now, which is brilliant. Arsenal can't even beat teams from the Scottish Premier League. Let's see what Spurs
can come up with from
this free kick.
On John, the reason why he's so positive going forward and he can get turned and going forward is because it's like I've been preaching all summer. It's the basics of what you were taught when you were 5 years old. Is receiving the ball on the half turn, so that when you do receive the ball on the half turn, it opens up the full pitch going forward. It opens up a picture for you. You watch Harry Winks, right? He receives it, he's back to play a lot of the time. He's never on the half turn. But as well, when you receive the ball on the half turn, you have to be able to anticipate that contact is coming in. And when you receive it on the half turn, right, it gives you a chance to get away from the person marking you. So once you get away from them, right, they either have a decision to make: let you run at the back line, or take you down and get a yellow, which means you can't do it again. And for me, it's very important that players in midfield can receive the ball on the half turn. And like the reason why Harry Winks doesn't do it, and you see Niall John doing it, is because Niall John is not afraid of contact. Harry Winks is.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important that midfielders do receive the ball on the half turn, because when you're receiving it with back to play, you can only go backwards or sideways, and you don't know what's coming behind you either. So it's very easy to pick your pocket if the marker is tight on you. So it's they have to. For me, Harry Winks, he has to start learning to receive the ball on the half turn, and it's basics. Look, it's something you were taught when you were 5 years of age, to be honest.
Yeah, the fact that we're saying a midfielder who's been around our first team for 4 or 5 years needs to learn something that an 18-year-old is doing, I think just tells you everything you need to know about the future of Harry Winks. There was a half chance there a second ago. It was a very long ball over the top for Niall John, but Vigoro very quick off his line for Leyton Orient again to get rid of the
Bergwijn
opportunity.
is off the pace.
He is. He really is. He has. That's the first time I've actually seen him try to dribble past someone, and he couldn't even win the ball back there. He couldn't get past a 19-year-old playing him right back. Free kick here for Spurs. Lucas Moore getting hit in the face. It hasn't been the most reassuring start to this game, but again, it is only pre-season. There are, of course, a lot of young players out there. Let's not get too worked up by it. Jim says good awareness from their keeper there again. Peter says Brentford are going to give it to Arsenal on the opening day. Fingers crossed they do. I know Arsenal have this morning agreed a deal to sign Ben White from Brighton for £50 million, which is the same that United are paying for Raphael Varane. So
is he
make
worth
of
it?
that what you will. He's not worth it at all. Paul Markey with a super chat. Excuse me. With the €5. Thank you very much, Paul. Appreciate it. Says even in this game, it's so obvious that Dyer and Winks must go and take the waste of space Bergwijn with them. Yeah, those are the type of players that should be keeping this game ticking over, and they're the type of players that should be making this a good watch and carrying the young players through. But it's the complete opposite. It's Niall John carrying this team at the moment. Carter Vickers is even having a decent game. Dyer, Winks and Bergwijn just not good enough, and I assume you agree, David.
Yeah, look, it's just a reflection of what we've seen in Europa League last season, Matty. When I was doing my Europa League previews, right, after the games, I found myself sitting there a lot of the time saying, what's going on? These are supposed to be senior players out there bossing it, and they're not. You know what I mean? In the group stages, we were poor enough in the group stages as well. And it's what I've been saying like the last while, that these players, they're not hungry anymore. They're just not hungry anymore. They've accepted being a squad filler and just happy to play here, there, do a bit in pre-season and stuff. And that's the problem. That's why they're not out here commanding these games. They're just accepted their roles. Look, you can come into a squad and accept to be a squad filler, but you should be pushing every day to try and take that jersey. You know what I mean? To take that jersey and get stats, you should be pushing. And I just don't see it with these guys. Look, I hope to be proven wrong. I really do, but I really don't think I will be. And to be honest with you, it's probably too late to prove me wrong, because they haven't done anything of note over the course really of their Spurs career to warrant people defending them anymore, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I definitely agree with you on that. Sean says I wanted to see Skip and Sessegnon. Russell says lads, say hi to all in Great Yarmouth. Hello to everyone in Great Yarmouth. But Sean says I want to see Skip and Sessegnon.
Yes! Dane Scarlett. Come on, 1-0.
That's a
good finish by Dane Scarlett.
That's a very good finish. It's the first half chance he's had, Dane Scarlett, and he slots it very, very nicely into the far right bottom corner. Just have a look back at that there, because I'm not entirely sure who played that ball through to him, because I was reading the comments. But 37 minutes played, and Tottenham take the lead through 17-year-old Dane Scarlett, which is fantastic to see. Harry Winks feeds the ball into the middle of the park to Lucas Moore, and it's a brilliant, brilliant first-time ball from Lucas. And Dane Scarlett composes himself, and he takes the first time as well. And that is a brilliant goal from Spurs, a brilliant finish from the youngster. And we have the lead 8 minutes before half-time. And David, we're talking about Scarlett the Parrot.
Look, just looking at this game, just looking at the finish, right? The fact that he kept his composure and slotted it between the keeper's legs intentionally. To hold your composure and do it. He's only a young kid. He's dying for his goal for the senior team. And, he snatched that a couple of things already, but he's held his composure there one-on-one with the keeper brilliantly. I'm absolutely delighted for the young lad. Delighted for him. And this is what I was saying is the difference between him and Troy Parrott. But when we did see Troy Parrott for Spurs, he was never really making smart runs. He was always receiving the ball, and there was players coming up, and we couldn't really get a hold of it, right? And he was just being marked out of the game, basically. But with Troy Parrott, or with Dane Scarlett, and I said this in the Europa League, his runs are very, very clever, which it means he's not relying on his strength as much as Troy Parrott is. Like, Troy Parrott can't do it because he's not fully developed. He's in a man's game, but he's still got kind of like a kid's body. And Dane Scarlett is similar, but with the clever runs he makes, he's not relying on his strength because he's too quick for them. And it's brilliant. And I think that's the difference. I think that's what Troy Parrott needs to learn. And look, that could be why Scarlett's playing today and Troy Parrott's not.
Yeah, no, I agree with you in that one. I think, like I said at the start, my choice would have been Scarlett over Parrott, and that's proven that Nuno was right in that one. And again, I always say it. I don't think Parrott is going to make it to Tottenham, given how the last few years have gone. But not
Yeah.
only as a Tottenham fan, but as an Irishman as well, I obviously want to see him do it. But there's certainly a huge seed of doubt there, and his loan spells in the last couple of years haven't really done him much good. But it's good to see Scarlett at least getting. He's just been confident, and he played in that Europa League. He played, what was it, 10, 15 minutes for us against Ludogorets, and he nearly scored.
Yeah.
So he has that confidence. He just has that knack and that ability to really get into those good positions and to know where to be. And when he gets there, he'll put that ball in the back of the net like it's like it's just him sitting down eating his dinner or something. He can finish it that easily, which is really good to see. And maybe if Harry Kane goes, we don't need a replacement. Huh?
That's why we call him Mbappe, mate.
Mbappe. We definitely don't get ahead of ourselves as Spurs fans, do we?
Oh no, I do, but look, I don't deny it either. I know I do. I love it though.
That's fair.
I literally live for Tottenham. You don't understand how unhappy I was over the summer, lad. You know, all the negativity going around and no games to kind of put it right. It was absolutely killing me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. At least we had an enjoyable Euros to watch right up until the wonderful final last Sunday. Skip and Sessignon, David, two more players that aren't here. What do you make of their exclusion?
I did say before the game, I think with the likes of Cameron Carter, Vickers, Dyer, Winks, probably shot window, in my opinion. I do think, you know, coming into maybe the last, I think is it MK Dons, correct me if I'm wrong, it's Colchester MK Dons, I think.
I think so, yeah.
So it's MK Dons, Arsenal, Chelsea. That's when you see more likes of these players come back into the fold, I think, in my opinion. I think this one is more or less kind of trying to put a few players in the shop window, maybe giving some of the youngsters a game to try and get them some a loan move, or to see what they can offer. So yeah, I wouldn't read too much into that today, mate.
Yeah, and I think I'd agree with you there. I know a lot of people were concerned about Oliver Skip going house hunting in Norwich and rumours around Sessignon, but we've heard time and time again that the two of them will be given a chance under Nuno this season and will be in around that first team setup. So I think it's only a matter of time before we start seeing him in those preseason games, as David said. At a free kick here for Leyton Orient, just inside their own half as we go into the final 3 minutes of this first half. Jim says might just be that Parrott and Scarlett have been given half each, and it's just a flip of a coin that one of them gets the first half. Not saying that's the case, but we don't know. Absolutely. I'd be surprised if that wasn't the case, to be honest, Jim, because I'm sure every single player that is on that bench, including Alfie Whiteman, I'm sure they will get their time in the pitch. And Sports Analytics says update the scorecard. I forgot I had it up. I'll be honest, but I'll update that now. Of course, Spurs winning 1-0 courtesy of Mr. Dane.
Good defended by Posadzki. Right up the winger's arse. That's what you like to see. Fantastic. Double block, not giving him time to pass it. I like that. Last season we were standing up too much. I like that. Getting out quick.
I'm sure Jack will be telling us all about that in the live chat now in a second. Posadzki's talent. Wayne with a £2 super chat says good finish by Scarlett. Winks is still crap. And I think Jack said it when the goal went in that Winks was forced up pitch by a bit of pressure from a player. It wasn't even his own choice. And look what happened. Oh, Harry. Such a poor player. But thank you for the super chat, Wayne.
No, look, let's not talk about Winks. It's about Mbappe today.
Absolutely. And just as we say that Winks is in possession, feeds it into Stephen Bergwijn as Callum Ceesay.
That was a shocking pass. That was a shit pass by Harry Winks. He actually put him under pressure there. What is he doing? Just be a man, take responsibility and keep travelling with the ball. Passing off responsibility all the time. I'm sorry, I do love to try and be positive, but I can't take that crap going into another season from this guy. He needs to wake up.
He does. I don't think he'll be near our first team next season anyway. Like you say, it could be shop window. The fact that we got to a cup final last year and started him in there is concerning to say the least.
I'll be honest with you, Matty. That was one of the most good defender. That was one of the most painful days of my life, Matty. Having to sit there and try and be positive about Harry Winks for again. Honestly, especially in a game, the cup final, I couldn't believe it. It was killing me.
We've never been on a stream with more views than that. It was a 400k got in the end. Go to super chat with the 5,000. I think that's one. Says really enjoying the watch along. So happy to see some club football again. Thank you, Matty and David. Thank you to you, Matt. Appreciate the super chat and appreciate the kind words as well. And thank you to Austin Merritt for subscribing among everybody else who has done so today. We do really appreciate it as the ball yet again runs through to Leyton Orient keeper Figaro. Just a minute of regular time left in this first half. I'm sure we'll see a lot of changes at half time. David, is there any player out there that you think deserves the chance to get a bit more of that second half? Nigel John, I suppose.
I would say give Scarlett Nigel John definitely 100%. Posadzki, I think Ceesay as well. I'd like to see them all given the second half. Cameron Carter-Vickers, to be fair, I'd probably give him the second half. Lucas Moura. Look, I haven't really seen too much of Dele Alli, to be honest with you. Bergwijn's been piss poor. Yeah, I'll probably look. This could go either two ways. He could take off some of these guys and say, "Look, you're not doing the job. I'm going to bring on some of these youngsters. You need to go and get the desire." Or he could persist with some of the guys. Look, it could be a case where we not much change in second half. Come out, a lot of these experienced guys play a lot of this game, and that we really do. We really do take it to the next level in the second half and kind of go beyond side, because these Leyton Orient players, they will tire. They will tire. They're not at the fitness levels of some of these Spurs players, surely not.
Yeah, I agree with you. Question there says from Alex saying the kids have been any good. They've been the only good players, to be honest, Alex. Wayne as well with the £2 super chats. It's how you doing, Matt and David? Wayne, I'm doing fantastic. Just so happy to see Spurs back. It's 55 days since our last game. You miss Spurs as bad as they are. As much pain as they bring you, you miss them. So I'm glad they're back. How are you doing, David?
I'm absolutely brilliant, lad. Flying form. Tottenham are back, and I'm absolutely loving it. I keep saying it's what I live for. It's so boring, during the summer when there's no Tottenham. It really is, because, I get up on a Saturday or Sunday morning ecstatic for the game. Look, something to look forward to. As soon as that game's over, I can't wait for the next game, whether it be midweek or the week after. So it just keeps me going. It gives me something to keep me occupied and focused on for the week, which is what I need to. So yeah, no, I'm ecstatic. Tottenham are back. It's what we want.
Exactly. I hope you're doing well as well, Wayne. As we go into what should be half time here, 1 minute of extra time already played. Brad says had to Google Match to get a stream that worked, and now it's half time. It's just the Spurs fans' luck, Brad. Let's be honest. Spurs 6 and CC Cameron Carter-Vickers, CCV is a big unit, man. He is absolutely massive. I just unfortunately don't think he has what it takes to make it in the Spurs team. But it is half time now at Leyton Orient. It is Leyton Orient 0, Tottenham 1. The lead coming courtesy of Dane Scarlett. It's been a non-eventful first half, I'd say. A few half chances for Niall John, and the one chance that fell to the 17-year-old Scarlett. He did put away very, very well, but not too much to shout about. I suppose Spurs in control of the possession a bit. We haven't looked too comfortable at the back. A few long throws caused us a few issues, and one chance early on, a free header from the 6-yard box that was put way over the bar from Leyton Orient. Was there a chance to take the lead in the 12th minute, but thankfully that was missed, and here we are, 1-0 up at half time. Marks, it's great for Scarlett that he scored Tottenham's first goal of the season. It certainly is, but a lot of complaints as well about Winks, Dele and Stevie Bergwijn. David, what's the biggest positive you can take from that half?
No, John, to be honest with you, I think he's been a huge positive in there. For me, I think he's a good engine. He's been positive in there. He's been direct as well, which is what we need. Look, I'll give it to him, Cameron Carter-Vickers, even though I believe he will be sold this summer. I actually think he's been a positive at the back line. Pasowski, look, he's been a bit complacent on the ball at time, but defensively, I think he's been solid. I like Cisse as well. I think he's been solid. I take them as the positives, really.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And of course, they Mbappe getting his goal. They're the positives for me.
You need to come up with a nickname for Niall John.
Yeah, give me a day or two on that. I'll get creative, my man.
Can I suggest one?
Go ahead.
John Aldinho.
Oh, I like it. John Aldinho, that's exactly what we're going to call him.
Niall John Aldinho. I love it. That's the first time I've come up with
might be a bit jealous, but look, he's earned it.
Oh, yeah, let's call him John Aldinho for now. And it was a brilliant half from him. Just, you'd have to question whether he's going to be out for the second half, because I'm not quite sure he will be. I think there will be a few changes at the break. We're going to take a quick look at the bench, just to have a look at exactly who could be coming on for Spurs. I think the immediate one that we'll be thinking of is Troy Parrott, but there's a lot more on that bench. If my Twitter
Alfie Devine, I think, has a good chance of coming on too.
Yeah, I'd love to see him. I thought he was incredible. When he played against Marine in the FA Cup that one time. But the bench is Whiteman, Parrott, White, Clark, Ayoma, Fagan, Walcott, Amole, Bowden, Lyons Foster, Mundell and Devine. I'd love to see Jack Clark at some time, and I nobody really understands it when I say it, but I love Jack Clark, and I really think he has a lot of potential. And he's never done it for Spurs, but the reason is the good 6 months he had at Leeds, all I ever did was watch the Championship, and because Leeds were in the ascendancy in that league, they were on TV every week, and Jack Clark was absolutely fantastic. and his form dipped. He collapsed on the sideline during a game against Middlesbrough and ended up in hospital. Since then, he hasn't been as good, but he's a player with a lot of potential, and once he gets his chance, I think it will work out well for him. But David, Parrott, White, Bowden, Devine, Clark, if you had to pick one player to come on at halftime, who do you want to see to come on and change this game in the second half?
I'll be honest with you. I really like Harvey White. I really like Harvey White. Again, he's a set piece specialist as well, free kicks, corner kicks. But I really like him. I was delighted to see him against Marine. I actually thought he had a good game against Marine as well. You know, he gets stuck in, he's able to hand himself in the middle, but he's good on the ball too. So I definitely like to see Harvey White give him minutes. I do think he has a good shot making it, you know.
Yeah, he's another player that really impresses. He's can play left back and centre mid, and he's good from a dead ball as well, which is something we're really lacking in our first team. Maybe, you know, again, he could come on anywhere. Hopefully he comes on for Harry Winks, kind of plays in that anchor role in the one behind the four in the midfield. But there could also be a formation change at halftime. You know, we could see Nuno kind of trying out a lot of different things.
So I'd say he's coming on at halftime.
Yeah, Johnny probably could be thinking keeper change is something you do often see in pre-season. It's weird. I always thought he was, you know, like one of our younger players who's, you know, maybe coming through the academy or something. But isn't he 20? Oh, he's 22. He's still older than I thought. But hopefully we do see him get a chance. And he come on as well in the FA Cup against Marine to make his debut for the team. Maybe we'll see him in there. And hopefully a bit of Troy Parrott at some stage as well.
And wasn't there one in Europa League group stage or one of the Europa League games he came in as well?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It wasn't the FA Cup, was the Europa League. One of the few nice things Jose did for the particular squad members within this team. Terry says, good news, several reports stating that Son has agreed on a new contract as expected. Son will put pen to paper in that deal and it will be announced shortly. Dan N says, who was unavailable today besides Kane and Lo Celso? The players, I'm pretty sure all the players who would have got to maybe the last 16 of the Euros are unavailable, including Alderweireld. Even look at the Copa America, I know Davinson Sanchez there. I can't off the top of my head think of who it was, but I know the likes of Doherty and Dombele. Lloris, of course, unavailable, but Doherty and Dombele, Skip, Sessegnon, all of those would have been available. But let's get a fellow YouTube legend in the show here. Let's get Shy from Tottenham Way to get your thoughts on this one. Shy, Matt, first of all, how are you getting on?
I'm good, thank you. Too kind, Mr. Hayes. Too kind.
You know I'm right. What are your thoughts on that first half?
Was I blown away? No. Should I have been blown away? I guess not. No. Good to see Dane Scarlett get on the score sheet. Definitely a positive. It was a lovely finish as well. Really nice finish with his left foot. I thought Niall John looked quite good actually today. I think he's looked good so far. And as for your usual suspects, the same as you always expect, unfortunately. I haven't seen anything to change my opinion on your Steven Bergwijns, your Eric Dyers, your Harry Winks. It's the same what you've always got that we've seen.
And it's just so worrying because someone was in the live chat there about 10 minutes ago and asking, were there any kids that were impressing? And I said it's only the kids that are impressing. You know, these players that you in these preseason games, you want to balance the experienced first teamers with the youth players, and it should be the first teamers kind of carrying the other players through. But it's the complete other direction. And like you mentioned there, Niall John is having a fantastic game. He looks confident. He looks raring to go. But I've been really impressed with Maskin Piscozzi at right back as well, because he is, for all purposes, he's a centre back who is a bit out of position. Have you been happy with how he's played in that first 45?
Dave, are you going to go? Or do you want me to go, man?
Oh, you go, Shy.
Okay. Yeah. No,
I get enough airtime during the watch long.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. He's looked fairly solid back there. I think there was only one incident where he got caught out on a free kick, which seemed to go in straight behind us. Other than that, he's looked fairly solid, to be fair. But I've got to be honest. I think Leyton Orient have played pretty well in patches. There's been some quick play by them. There was one Eric Dyer miss of a header that went over his head, and kind of Cameron Vickers had to come to the rescue but gave the foul away. But other than that, no, I've been impressed with Leyton Orient. It's been quite decent, to be fair, and they kept a clean sheet against West Ham apparently earlier in the week. So yeah,
and it was a decent enough team from West Ham as well. I know Mikel Antonio was one of the players playing in that one, but at least it's a bit of a challenge. You know, you have that concern when you're playing a League Two team that it could end up being a walk in the park, but at least it is something of a challenge for Spurs. And we're looking now, I suppose, because it is a pre-season game, at the players in the bench. And Shy, I'll ask you this again because I just asked David, but the likes of Troy Parrott, Harvey White, Jack Clark, Alfie Whiteman, who I think is coming on, you've Jamie Bowden as well. Who would you like to see get their chance from the 45th minute?
Yeah, I mean, all of them, to be honest. Really nice to give them some minutes. Jack Clark, I'd like to see something from him on the right. That'd be really nice. Alfie Devine, I'd like to see come on, to be honest with you. I like the look of what I've seen of Alfie Devine. He looks like he could be a real good prospect for the future. But yeah, as you know, Matt, it's about getting minutes. It's about getting fitness. That's the main thing. The kind of the result is secondary. It's more about getting that fitness. And, you want to see a style of play, don't you? You want to see something that we can kind of get excited about after what we've seen last season. In your opinion, do you feel we've seen anything that's got you excited at all under Nuno's style of play?
I suppose within the formation and the tactics, the only thing is the pressing. I mean, you probably expect it in the preseason because your players are looking to impress, but I think Dele Alli, Dane Scarlett, Lucas Moore have all been, the centre-backs in possession, really pressing up high and trying to force them into mistakes.
You noticed how Dele Alli's kind of dropped into a quarterback position and kind of he's looking for that long ball in behind for Scarlett, isn't he, quite a lot?
Yeah, I saw him a few times kind of dropping into a deeper left position and trying to play those long balls in. And look, hopefully it is just Nuno trying to put a different player in the Kane role for the season ahead, just to to get the players around.
He was wearing number 10, Matt, wasn't he? He was wearing number 10.
I'm not going to lie, I crapped myself when I saw him wearing number 10. I was absolutely terrified. I didn't know what was happening. But it's just pre-season. We can look beyond that. But I was also quickly get your opinion on the Harry Kane situation, because there's reports in the last 12 or so hours that Harry Kane is going to refuse to train with Spurs as he tries to force a move through to Man City. Do you think he's the type of player that will do that?
He doesn't seem to be. He never has come across to be that way. But then again, if the guy really wants to push a move, then I think it'd be very surprising if he did that, because that's really not him. But I don't know what you think, Matt. I still kind of think it's in our hands. He's still got a 3 years a day. He is our player. It's up to us to get the right amount. I'm sure if the right amount of money comes in, they will obviously look at that. But I think I'm still hedging on he's staying, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm sure you've seen me getting all involved in all those arguments in the Spurs family group chat. I'm always saying 3 years in the contract. He's not going anywhere. It's not his choice at the moment, which is our only saving grace, because I've no doubt.
The thing is, they say Daniel Levy's got like a gentleman's agreement. I mean, what's that worth? At any time, unfortunately. If it's written into his contract, that's something different. But if it's just a gentleman's agreement, yeah, it's kind of it's a hard one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think a gentleman's agreement at times is a bit dodgy, but when it's with Daniel Levy, you may as well just expect the opposite's going to happen on that one. And
Exactly.
look, we don't like Daniel Levy personally in the way he goes about some things, but if it keeps Harry Kane for an extra year, as much as the player may want to go, it's probably best for the club, and I'm sure we can still get somewhat of a decent fee next season, and maybe the club will be in a more stable position to move on with the season ahead without him, but hopefully he will be here for the next season. But shall I quickly get your thoughts on how the second half is going to go? Do you think we're going to run away with this one, or do you think it'll be another KG 45 minutes?
I think it's going to carry on being KG, especially with the substitutions we're probably going to make. It's very hard, isn't it, when to keep a rhythm going when you start making so many changes, which I'm sure there will be. So, I can see us maybe getting another one, possibly. I think it'll probably be a 2-0, possibly a 3 maybe. But, with all the changes coming up, I think it might get a bit scrappy in the second half.
If you had to predict a goal scorer, who would you put out?
A goal scorer. Ooh,
no pressure.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. I think Scarlett might bag another one. Actually, I think he might get another one. You could probably see maybe if Lucas stays on, he might nick one. But yeah, probably about there, I would say.
I love it. If Scarlett gets another goal, he'll have the same amount of professional goals in this game as Troy Parrott has in his whole club career. So I think you can tell which striker there should be ahead in the pecking order.
Saying that, he'll probably come on for Dane Scarlett, won't he, at some point, you would think.
Yeah, he probably will. Look, I always say, as an Irishman, I'd love to see Parrott doing well, but I don't see it happening, unfortunately.
No.
I think his chance is gone. And I'm not negative. I'm just realistic, as Marcelo would say. Yeah. But hopefully that does turn around. But anyway, Shai, I'll let you go enjoy the second half.
Thank you so much. Thanks for inviting me on, Matt.
Absolute pleasure having you on.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs. Anyone else, if you do want to go and hear a bit more from Shai, make sure to go over to Tottenham Away and subscribe to them there. Fantastic channel. Recently surpassed the 1K mark as well. And they're going on to bigger and better things. So make sure to go over and support them. But Shai, thanks a million and enjoy the second half.
Thank you. All the best, mate.
See you. A few questions there. Aaron says, Matt, if Kane did throw up a fuss, how would you feel about it? it would be hard not to feel annoyed, but it would also be hard to hold it against him, because at the end of the day, he needs to prioritize his own career over the club, because he wants to and deserves to win trophies. So I would be upset about it, but I wouldn't be kind of in the same way as it was, when Danny Rose did it, or if a different player did it. How do you feel about that, David? Just go grab a drink of water.
Yeah, look, I'm going to take this a different route. We are getting changes, Harry. We are, or Spurs, no, it's just the Spurs players waiting. Dane Scarlett is coming out in the second half. Lucas Moura and Bergwijn, they're all coming out in the second half. Pasotski, Cisse, Harry Winks is there as well. So Eric Dyer too. They're all going over to Ledley King to give him a fist pump. What more do you want? What more do you want? Look at them all giving him a fist pump. All the respect he's getting. I love to see that, Ledley King. He's such a hero, such a Tottenham hero. So he is. I absolutely love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. But guys, look, get in the comments. Let us know what you make of the first half. Let us know what you make of everything. And at half time here, interestingly enough, Nuno is putting them through their paces. They are doing another warm up here, a bit more exercise and stuff like that. So it's an interesting tactic here at halftime in pre-season. It's a good sign, to be honest with you. Even if they haven't been told to do this, because it means that they're hungry, that they know that the fitness wasn't their problem last season, or was a big Achilles heel last season, that they are trying to do their best to get fit. So it is good to see them, taking upon themselves to do a bit of extra training here at halftime. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen that, Matty, but they were they were being put through their paces there at half time.
All right, good to see. Have we seen any potential subs coming on?
No, not yet. You still have Winks, Dele Alli, Alfie Whiteman is coming on. You still have Pasotski, Cisse. A lot of them are still there. I think a lot of them are still there. I think Whiteman might be the only change.
It's just a change of goalkeeper so far. Whiteman coming on for, we would assume, Joe Hart. But let's not rule anything out, because this is pre-season.
Matty, is it like 40 degrees where you are, lad?
Oh, David, it's ridiculous. I have a fan inside the room blaring on me. I have a t-shirt on, I have the window open beside me, and I am absolutely sweltering. Oh, it's torture.
Oh, man. Yeah, no, we still have still Niall John, Harry Winks, Lucas Moura out there anyway. I think Alfie Whiteman was the only change here, Matty, at halftime.
Oh, it's strange to see. Not too many halftime subs, but in Nuno we trust. Now that the starting 11 beside me isn't accurate anymore because we made those subs, what I'm going to do is put back up those player profiles from the Transfer Talk series if any of you want to take a quick look at some of the players that we may be bringing in this window. But we are back underway here. Leyton Orient kicking off this half, kicking from left to right with a long ball over the top that is headed out for a throw-in from by Callum Cisse. And the second half is underway. Another 45 minutes to go.
Yeah, look, hopefully it is a case that maybe he's just said to him, look, you've got 15 minutes. Oh, Leyton Orient nearly getting on the end of one there. Good ball across the box. Pasotski dealing with it, running out here. Good run by Pasotski. He's gone by two players. That's a free kick. Well done. That's what we like to see from our wing backs, isn't it, Matty?
Go on, Pasotski. Oh, there's nothing as good as seeing a young player like that coming into the team. Pasotski and John today, absolutely fantastic. But he was bombing past players if they weren't even there. And he's apparently a centre back.
Eric Dyer caught out there, Matty, with that ball across.
Yeah, that was really questionable. Let's tweet about Pasotski. He deserves it.
Yeah. No, it was a good run, busting run by him. It's good to see. Good to see our fullbacks wanting to do that again. Get on the ball and drive at teams, get us up the pitch. I like to see
it. Everyone in the live chat saying it's really hot in Ireland. And the worst thing about it is we're always complaining about the rain and complaining about the cold weather. But when it gets warm, we complain about that too because we can't handle it.
Do you know why? Because when you go on holidays, Matty, right? The Irish, we can handle it because you have a pool you can get into. It cools us down. But over in Ireland, we're not barely any houses unless you're $1 million man are built with swimming pools because you just don't have the weather most of the year to be using them. So when we do get the baking hot weather like we have here, honestly, it's I feel like I'm a pig in the oven for Christmas. I really do. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
It is. It really is. We always want to hop in the bathtub just to get a bit of respite from it.
I'd be going for a cold shower, lad. That's what's keeping me cool for the last while, just cold showers.
Oh, Ireland, what are you doing to us? Spurs 6 is hot. You Irish think 27 degrees is hot. Well, it's 27 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Spurs 6. I'll look it up for you because it's probably still not a lot compared to, I don't know what part of America you're in, but 27 Celsius is 81 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know if that's a lot compared to some people, but
it's roasted.
It's roasting for us, and that's all that matters.
Oh, good ball by Cisse. Oh, that's unlucky. Well done. That was good play by Cisse, Matty. Good touch. Good ball across.
Was it Bergwijn in the end who got the shot off? It was a really good layoff from Dane Scarlett, as well as
Dane Scarlett laid it off. I think it was Bergwijn with the shot. Poor shot, to be honest.
Eric Dyer is so incompetent. He's trying to take a touch on the left hand side, and a player barely even touches him. He almost just looks at him, and Dyer nearly falls over and loses control of the ball.
And then he's shouting at Cisse there with his hands up. You know, like, where were you? It's kind of like, well, I was up the field creating a chance, Eric. You know, you should be more than competent enough to be able to come across and deal with that, for God's sake. Blaming the young lad.
He's absolutely useless. I really, really just can't. I can't deal with him. I can't.
Another long throw here.
This is the lad I used to play with.
Is it?
Yeah. It's a good throw in. Comes back out to him. He wanted it on his left.
Good ball. Let's go, Lucas. Let's do your thing now. Let's do your thing. Wysotsky down the right here.
Good ball.
Oh, that's a beautiful ball in. Bergwijn on the ball. That's it. Oh.
That's absolutely terrible. How are our first team players being embarrassed by these youngsters, honestly?
You just seen the ball Wysotsky put in from the right-hand side, right? He's a centre-back. A great ball. Good ball. And then Bergwijn tries to put a ball in, and he puts it out of play. It's shocking. It should not be happening. If Wysotsky's centre-back is looking like a right-back today, bombing down the wing, getting balls in and stuff like that, why can't Bergwijn do it?
It's beggars belief. It really is. I keep saying it, but how can these youth players be showing up, or our first team players? Spurs Sick with a $5 super chat says, "You Irish lads are soft. It's been 30 to 35 Celsius with 70 to 90% humidity here in Virginia, USA for weeks now, and only going to get hotter." Well, look, you might be used to it. We're used to
they have swimming
going
pools
out in the rain and being warm. Do you have swimming pool? Spurs Sick, if you have a swimming pool, you've no argument. You've no argument. But
no, but in America they all do them complexes with swimming pools and everything, lad. A lot of them, they all have swimming pools, lad.
Oh man, I wish I had a swimming pool. Even if you get to use it like twice a year, but it would be worth it. I would go to.
Oh man, if I had an indoor pool, I'd be in it every day. I'd love it. Do you know what I'm dying? Do you know what I absolutely love? It'd be my ultimate goal in life. Is if I ever own my own house, just to have a little jacuzzi area with a TV there, so I could just sit in the jacuzzi and watch Spurs games. Lad.
Oh yeah. Oh, that would be the dream. Would you go on the watchalongs in the jacuzzi?
Probably not. No. No, that's when I'm retired. You know, that's wishful thinking. You know, when I'm 60, I can just chill out. You know, a little bar there, a little jacuzzi, lad. Just chill out and watch the games.
Are you saying you wouldn't be on YouTube when you're 60? I plan on being here when I'm 60. 40 years time.
I don't know, lad. It's already aging me, lad. It's already aging me.
Oh, it does that, doesn't it?
I know. I enjoy it. It's roller coaster. Dyer. What's he doing? He's protecting the young lad. Well done. Fair play, Dyer. Cisse wanted to go at him too. That's what I like to see. Bit of fight, bit of grit.
That's the one thing Dyer is good for. I remember him doing it for Dele Alli when he was kind of first getting in the squad before as well. Thank you to Ignacy for subscribing. I do appreciate it.
All these subscribers, don't forget about me. Getting jealous now.
David's channel is linked in the title.
Now, Matty.
We're getting closer by the second. How far off are we? We are 386 away. We're getting close. We're getting close.
Come on.
And what I will say as well is live here Monday evening for Fabrizio Romano. Coming back on to get more updates on Tottenham's transfer window. So do subscribe if you want to, and hit the notification bell if you want to be notified about that. We talked Jules Koundé, Skriniar, Tomiyasu, Aouar, Damsgaard, any player you can think of. I'll be asking Romano about him, and hopefully we'll get some good news on that. So do make sure to subscribe if you want to stick around for that story as well.
No Liverpool questions this time, because I know you're doing that for Rob and Shane.
It actually wasn't for Rob and Shane. It wasn't, but I got a question on Sancho.
Oh, your father. Sorry, it could have been your father. If it was for your father, I'd accept it.
Yeah, but we'll say it was for him then. if that makes me accept it. Remember when the stream was live and we were talking about it all, like it got to maybe the 18 minutes into it. It was only 20 minutes long. Got to 18 minutes, there was 900 viewers, and I mentioned Jadon Sancho and it dropped to 700. People just gave up and they were like, no, I don't want to know about this. So we'll be keeping it all Spurs based next time for sure. Bit of a
absolutely. I love it. I know. Look, for Richard Romano, the fact that you can get him on is amazing. It shows you're doing something right, and just keep it going.
Absolutely, I'll try my best. Jack says, I'm falling in love with Cisse, David. He was not intimidated when Dyer was fighting for him there. Cisse wanted to get involved. It's a poor touch there by Dele Alli.
Yeah, no, I like it. Look, he's a big guy. He's well able to handle himself. You know what I mean? And that's what I like. I like players especially young players that are able to handle themselves. They're not afraid. They're not intimidated. You know that a player like that will make it in the game. At a decent level because they have that bit about them. They're not nervous coming into the game. They know they're against men, but they're not afraid to mix it as well. So I like to see that mentality.
To be honest, even if I was 30, 40 years of age, I think I'd be scared of Callum Cisse. He's absolutely huge.
Yeah,
Chris,
yeah. If you were his age, you'd be terrified of the man.
Chris says, I don't have THFC TV. Are we playing well, or is it all a bit stale? Not much really to shout about in this second half, and the first half wasn't much better really. Just a few young kids shining as Alfie Whiteman gets away with a dodgy goal kick there. But yeah, Chris, it's actually free to watch. You don't need any membership or anything. Or do you need to sign up to the Spurs website? If you want to click the link that's pinned to the top of the live chat, you might be able to get it there. But you may have to sign in. I'm not entirely sure. Look, if you want to stick around in the watch along as well, I'm not going to tell you not to do that. But if you want to try, the link is there. It's Leyton Orient here, get a free kick.
Look, a lot of them do both now, Matty. A lot of them have the game on and put it on silent, and then turn on the watch along to listen to it.
If you want to do that as well, get the best commentary that you can for Spurs games. Put your game on mute and listen to us here. I used to always do that when I actually still do it for non-Spurs games. I'm watching a watch along. I always go to All Leeds TV or something. I always put Mark Goldbridge on
All
for the
Leeds
night again.
TV plays good there.
They're absolutely fantastic. And Joe hits 5k in his own channel as well, which is absolutely incredible. He's doing some great stuff over there.
He's gone from Leeds now, isn't he? From All Leeds.
Yeah, he's left them to go do his own channel, some own personal projects as well.
Yeah.
But he's going to absolutely smash it. There's no doubt about that.
Fair play. Speaking of smashing it, look, if you do want to smash it, smash or subscribe on the Irish Hotspur. Drop an Irish elbow, people's elbow, whatever you want. Just make sure you get over to the Irish Hotspur and smash or subscribe. I'm on a drive for 4K, and I would like to get it before the season starts. And anyone that isn't, subscribing and is liking what I'm having to say, please do get over and smash that subscribe button after you've smashed the one here on Matt Hayes as well.
I fully echo what David has just said there. And if you are down there hitting the subscribe button, you may as well hit the like button. We're on 185 at the moment with 260 people watching. So hit that like button and see if we get to 200. Let's get 250. Let's aim big. Let's get to 250 likes. It really helps us. You push the stream out to more and more people when you do hit that like button. So it would be really appreciated if you could do that for us. I also do want to mention there is a link at the top of the description. It's a tweet. If you want to be in with a chance to win a signed Spurs jersey, signed by a lot of members of the current first team squad, make sure to check out that link down below. It's not a competition associated with the channel in any way, but it is for a fantastic cause for the Limerick Mental Health Association. So you want to get your chance of winning a jersey, make sure to check out that tweet as well. Everything you need to know will be in that link. So
everybody do get over and check it out. Mental health, look, whether you like speaking about it or not, it affects everybody in some sort of way or form. 100%. You know what I mean? So whenever I do see a mental health thing, I'll always try and help, a proper few euro in or whatever where I can. So I'm a big advocate of it. So it would be brilliant if everyone could help the cause.
100%. Cheers for that, David. Ethelson in the live chat says, winning against the mighty Leyton Orient, who'd have thunk it? I'd have thunk it, to be honest. Good to see you though, Ethelson. Mark says, it's clear to see we definitely need a winger this window. I'd say we're finding the left with Son coming back into the team, and of course Reguilon or whoever, and Sessegnon there as well as our left wing back. But David, with the news that Gareth Bale definitely won't be returning to Spurs, the kind of lack of clarity around the future of Eric Lamela and them, do you think we need to sign a right winger?
Look, I've always said we need two centre backs. We need another right back. We need a centre midfielder. and we need a winger and a backup striker. You know, look, I know it's over ambitious. We're never going to get them all, but that's what we need at Tottenham. With Gareth Bale, you could have filled 2 voids. You could have had him out wide and as a backup striker, you know. So you would have filled the 2 voids there. So that is a bit of a blow. It is a bit of a blow. But as we speak, Matty, there's a lot of players stripped. Troy Parrott, Forrest, Foster is stripped. Divine is stripped. So it looks like there's going to be a whole host of changes. Harvey White, I believe, I see there as well.
Yeah, Jamie Bowden
in there too. As well.
There's about 6 or 7 subs coming on here. So soon we're not going to know who any of the players in the picture, but we'll do our best. We'll try and figure it out when they do come on. But good to see a few more young players getting their chance. They'll have a little over half an hour in this swing. Just
on this game, Matty, just ask you a question. Like my personal opinion would be that we can't really take too much from this game. I think the only thing, like, you can't take much in terms of tactics or what way we're going to set up, you know, come the season. I don't think you can really take too much from that. What I will say is that what you can take is the performances from some of these senior players. You know, analyze them for yourself. But that's one thing I think you can definitely take from this, and some of the performances from the younger players. You know what I mean? That's what I'd be taking from this.
Yeah, and like I said beforehand, when the senior players, if they play well in these fixtures, no one cares. But if they play poorly, you need to take note of that. And Eric Dyer and Dele Alli, Stephen Bergwijn certainly haven't been at their best today. Terry there saying Stevie B doesn't look up to it. Very disappointing against lesser opposition. So there is concern there with the performances from them. But tactically,
Dele Alli, man,
don't make me criticize him, please.
No, I'm just asking because he has been very, very silent, you know, and you were asking me about these pictures and everything before the game. So I think it's up. Oh, well done. I like that. Smart defended by the young lad. He got, or by Ali, he got his pocket picked and he took him down. Brilliant. But look, you know, he's been working hard. All these pictures have been put up. But what do you make of the performance today?
He's been really bad. I mean, you can see he's kind of playing in a new system. And that trying to let the ball run through his legs there just wasn't really good enough. He had his pocket picked too easily and he's given away the free kick now, but he hasn't been good enough. He's been poor on the ball. He's had a few dodgy passes. He's had a few decent passes as well, but no, he's just not been good enough. He hasn't been good enough.
And do you think we can take anything tactically from this game?
Not too much, because I'd be absolutely shocked if we line up in a 4-1-4-1 this season, which looks like what we're doing here. Maybe he's just trying to use the formation that fits the players that we have at our disposal the best, you know, because we may not have enough centre-backs to play a 3-back or whatever. But I don't think we'll take too much from the formation. However, with the pressing and the trying to keep the ball passing short and kind of playing it out from the back, I'd say is probably what we're going to be looking at the season ahead. But in terms of formation, I think it'll change when the players come on. I don't think this is something that we should get used to. Is that Harry?
Are you happy to see Spurs pressing again?
Oh, it's so good, isn't it? Actually chasing a football. It is actively trying to win it back. It feels weird, but it's good to see. But that's a ridiculous foul there by Harry Winks. I don't know what he's trying to do. We don't know how he's complaining about it. But a free kick here, 25 yards out for Leyton Orient to say, look to find an equalizer.
Showing his passion there, Harry Winks. Showing his passion.
He did that because he wants to play for England.
They get this on target, they'll score this, you know.
Yeah. I don't have too much faith in Alfie Whiteman.
Ooh! Alfie Whiteman, I suppose, look, it's on the side of the goal. You'd expect him to save it, but he got that well.
I think I'm about 5 seconds behind you now, and I don't know how. Oh, good challenge, Scott. That's not a foul. I don't think that's a foul. Hit him, Piscotzi. Go on.
Should be saving that, to be fair.
Jack says Delhi fanboys better be waking up to his performance today. Totally underwhelming. Is that a personal attack, Danny? Is that a personal attack in me? I've only said Danny because Shamu says, is Danny the bun in goal for Spurs? He could be. He could be.
Jonathan
Is it man of many talents? Oh God, don't remind me of him.
That's who I think of when I see Alfie Whiteman. Jonathan Woodgate.
Well, look, if he wins us a Carling Cup with the ball hitting his face, I'll take it.
Yeah. I'd take winning a cup any way it comes.
Oh, absolutely. God. If every other team has to pull out of the competition, I take that. I take that trophy. Chris says Delhi's a show pony. Shame he used to be good. Yeah. You may be right, Chris.
Good defending there by Eric Dyer, to be fair.
Someone clip that. David has just complimented Eric Dyer. Someone clip that.
No, but it's just unusual to see him in the right position and cutting out a cross like that, you know?
Yeah.
Usually he just stands there and lets the ball kind of come across, and I've done my thing, my man hasn't got it, so it's next on to the next person to clear it. He actually cut this one out.
Yeah. Corner for Leyton Orient, they take it short, the cross into the box is eventually blocked by Harry Winks and it's out for a throw-in. David, do you think Nuno is delaying these subs? Because it's 5 minutes now since we've seen him on the sideline, but Leyton Orient really have us penned back. And do you think he's going to wait to bring on the youngsters until we have a bit more of a hold in this game?
To be honest, I've been bringing them on now because we are being penned back. This shouldn't be happening. We have some senior pros out there. You know what I mean? This shouldn't be happening. They should be dominating this game, and they're not. You know, and we're pegged back now with some of these stupid throw-ins. They are effective, though. I'll give them that. But he should be making the subs because we're being architects of our own downfall with sloppy passing and giving the ball straight back to them. You know what I mean? Trying to do some of these stupid flicks and give the ball straight back to them. And so I think bring these youngsters on now because at least they'll run around. They'll look to keep the ball. You know, so hopefully. Are you giggling at?
The way they're all lining up on the sideline. It's like they're the mascots coming out in the pictures of them for a halftime game, the 9 youngsters. Oh, this is incredible. I'm not going to know who any of these players are.
Anyway, he's already resigned to being over at the sideline.
Sure, there's 9 of them coming on. They'll probably all be going off. There's only one going to keep their place. This is hilarious. I love pre-season.
Yeah, Delhi's off, Dyer's off. So we've got Ayoma, Foster. Is that Keon Atete? I don't know. Is he on the bench?
He's not on the bench, no. I have no idea who's coming on here. Oh, God.
Here we go. So Harvey White is on, Parrott is on. I'm pretty sure Ayoma's on. Lyons Foster is on.
All of those
and I think Alfie Devine is on.
So it's White, Parrott, Clark, Ayoma, Fagan Walcott, Amole, Bowden, Lyons Foster, Mundell, and Devine.
I'm not sure about Fagan Walcott. I'm not sure.
I think that whole list is who they're bringing on. I think.
Yeah, could be.
Oh, this is hilarious. I can't get my stream live. Well, if anybody watching is looking for people to identify the players that are playing for Spurs now, you're in the wrong place because I haven't a clue.
I'll get a few of them.
I'm putting my faith in you. Spurs 6 says it's now Spurs under 21s versus Leyton Orient. It is, I suppose. See. Yeah, so it is the whole outfield that's been changed. It's Harvey White, Troy Parrott, Jack Clark, TJ Ayoma, Malachy Fagan Walcott, Toby Amole, Jamie Bowden, Brooklyn Lyons Foster, Romain Mundell, and Alfie Devine all coming on.
Funny enough, since they've all come on, we have the ball. Imagine that. Imagine what a bit of desire and a bit of running around could do.
They all look energetic. Troy Parrott, they're looking to drop lead to pick up possession. Looks like Devine is going to play kind of in behind Troy Parrott, maybe in that advanced number 10 role.
I'd like to see Troy Parrott get a goal, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah, I'd love it as well. Yeah, no idea what's happening.
Yeah, keeping the ball well, though, since they've come on.
Overhead
pass over the top. Who was that? Harvey White trying to release him.
It was White, yeah. Aaron Duff says Danny the Bunnins in nets, that's all I know. It's more than we know. The press still going.
No, I'm liking the fact that we are engaging the team high up the field. I do like that. It's nice to see again.
Challenge by Harvey White.
Trey Parrott, the size of his arms, they're so small.
Oh, I was snapping by looking at him.
Yeah, no muscle in them whatsoever. He needs to hit the weights.
If he had the ability in front of goal, you wouldn't question it, but he's lost that. I don't know how.
I reckon it'd be like Scarlett. You put him through, he will score. It's just,
yeah,
I don't know. See, he's too good for the under-23s. He was banging in the goals, but he's not quite up to senior level yet, really.
Yeah.
It's hard to know what to do with him.
He had a really poor time at Ipswich, or Ipswich analysts at work. You saw look devout about him and hate when he was playing, which isn't a good sign if you can't stand out in a League One team.
Yeah.
Back to your keeper. Press that, Parrot.
Lazy.
Nothing new
He's
there.
hanging out with Dele Alli too much anyway, Trey Parrott.
Yeah. If only he was
Two
working out with
boys
Dele
need-
Alli as well.
Two
Mightn't
boys
have
need
those
to cop on.
fundamentals. Good turn there with Harvey White in the middle of the park. Plays it back.
Well done, Amole. So that guy, 24, I think it is Amole.
Okay, good to know. I'm trying to figure out. What the camera's really zoomed out in the second half. Can't even zoom it in. 29 in the middle, I think, is Bowden. Sub here for Leyton Orient as well. Yeah, no, I haven't a clue.
I just want to see us go at them today. I just want to see a few more goals.
Yeah.
That's why I came on today. I just want to see goals.
I want to see a bit of confidence from these players. A bit of, like, you know, actually bringing the game to Leyton Orient, which they seem to be doing since they've come on. Leyton Orient now making two subs with Josh Clark and Satiriu coming on.
Any relation to Jack Clark?
Not that I know of. My laptop's starting to get hot. That's not good.
Surprised it hasn't uploaded already in this weather.
I know, 2 hours. I'm actually proud of it. It's probably because I have the fan on. But look, the window open
Yeah,
as well.
could be. You need to get aircon, lad. You're going to start getting aircon systems playing soon.
I'm moving out of here in a month. I don't need to, won't be wasting any money on aircon.
Yeah. Going back to your luxurious home with aircon, yeah?
Oh, I am. The best thing is they're... yes, I do, Spurs sake. They're getting an extension done while I'm away, so when I go back, we're going to have a brand new kitchen and a whole new sitting room. Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
Oh, nice.
I get to miss the time when the houses are building side as well.
Very nice.
Anyway, here's Jamie Bowden for Spurs into poor pass into Harvey White, but he recovers it well to play it back. Edfelson, it was quite a decent goal. Harry Winks had the ball kind of halfway line on the left hand side, and he played a good ball into Lucas in the middle of the park, and he opened up his right foot with a really good ball through to Dane Scarlett, and first time left foot through the legs of the keeper into the bottom corner. It was a very good goal.
That's a good bit of movement there.
We really you spotted it straight away, but we really have wrestled control of the game back since we brought on our under 21s.
It's because they're looking after the ball. They're not doing stupid little flicks and show pony tricks and shit. True. They're willing to move as well. They're willing to move and receive the ball. You know, it's like some of them players, some of the senior players out there were happy with 1-0. Yeah.
Oh God. It's just their mentality from Jose last season. They scored a goal and immediately went back into their own box. Joseph, we played it forward for the goal I was talking about. Eamon Byrne says, David, has your hair not grown back yet, or is this the new look?
Who said that?
Eamon Burns.
No, I've got a nice haircut going on here, lad.
I think the flat cap's just the new look, isn't it?
Yeah, just the flat cap is the new look, my man. You know, everyone loves it. So many people are, honestly, the amount of messages and stuff and pictures I get a day of people so proud of themselves with their flat cap. They all go out and order them and all now.
I have to order one because I've had a few super chats come in to kind of fund one for me, but I'll have to get one soon.
Look, you know, Bob's went out and got one. Jack got one. Who else? The grey haired gang all went out and got one. Oh, that's poor. Come on, that's too easy.
That's a pretty easy goal for Leyton Orient to score there. The number 20, whoever that is. Very passive defending as he ran through the entire team, and David's gone again. He's that upset. He's just that angry. But that's really poor from Spurs. He's run right through the middle of our team. The defender's sitting off him, backing away. Let him into the box, and it's 1-1. Leyton Orient with the goal, as Peter says, it's a deserved goal. Who was it? Jamie Bowden with the ball into Troy Parrott. It's a poor ball by Troy Parrott who gave it away, and they just run in from there. Wayne Bonner with the super chat, the £2 says, I've missed these watch-alongs. Good to see you back. Wayne, thank you very much. Good to see you back in the live chat as well. Excuse me, and we're glad to be back on these watch-alongs as well. But I think that's Toby Amole just backing off, and it's a decent finish in the end, but it was certainly made easy for him by the passive defending. I'll tell you as soon as I figure out who it is. But it is 1-1. I will remember to update the score this time as Leyton Orient get back into the game. They haven't even told us who the goal is. Let's see if Twitter is any help for us. It's so annoying when they don't have the names on the back of the jerseys. You can never ever tell who it is. Ruud Sotirio, the guy who come on the pitch 5 minutes ago as the sub, is the man who's found the equaliser. David, it was Troy Parrott who gave the ball away there.
Poor. And look, defenders dropped off too deep as well. Allowed them the room to switch it inside and have a shot. So, disappointing.
Oh, well.
Come on, let's hopefully Parrott realizes his mistake and makes up for it with a goal. Not happy with that.
Yeah, Bradley makes point. We have the kids out. Can't take this too seriously. We're not. I mean, we're not going to sit here slating the kids or anything, but it was still a poor goal to concede. So I think if we're here to analyze the game, we will do that. But Bradley, completely agree. We're not going to.
Oh no! We're not slating them. We're not slating them. We're just. It is disappointing. You know what I mean? But it's a learning curve for these guys.
Absolutely.
Goals. The Leyton Orient goal scorer down with looks like a bit of a. Don't know what he's done to his toe, whether it's broken, dislocated, not sure.
One of the youth players probably gave him a slight dig after the goal.
Just breaking his finger after he scored.
You don't score against us. Kenny Jack is
again, you look at it, maybe the senior players could have done more themselves to put us in a better position before all the youngsters come on, you know? And it's like what I was saying during the Europa League campaign last season, that, like, especially in the group stage, if they would have got the job done early, some of these youngsters would have been given more game time and stuff like that. And let's have it. Oh, unlucky.
Well defended, actually.
Oh.
Well, Jamie Bowden with the effort.
Yeah.
A good point there in Twitter. That a lot of these players could actually be fighting for a Conference League spot. As you know, as much as they're young players getting their chance in pre-season, there could genuinely be first team places available for them next year in the Conference League, depending on how seriously Spurs decide to take it.
That's a great point, to be fair. That is a great point.
On Twitter. Timmy L. my replies.
With that though, we will be we have seen some of the teams in it that we probably will come up against later on in the competition. So, you know, how much of the Conference League are they realistically going to get? Who knows?
Yeah. I think that's a competition we should be going out to win. I mean, we should be able to do that by giving some young players a chance. I mean, Dane Scarlett, Devine, looking off today, John and Pascozzi could really be in with a shout. We should still be winning that, or at least getting to maybe final or semi-final, because as much as 90% of the teams in that competition are really weak, there are still some strong teams in there, like Roma and Hertha Berlin, and you know, there are teams coming from the other top divisions of European football as well. So it's not just going to be a simple walk in the park, but in terms of getting to the latter stages of the competition, I think we should be doing that with relative ease while giving these young players a chance.
Tottenham Roma final.
Imagine it. Oh God, that for me would be worse than playing Arsenal in a final. You know, like, you play Arsenal in a final, you have the excitement of beating them, but also terrified they're going to beat you. If we lose a final to Jose Mourinho, that's a new low for this club. Honestly.
Yeah.
I won't recover.
I won't recover.
A chance here to break in the counter, but it's a poor touch there by that's Jack Clark there, not having the best day for him.
He has to be better than that.
He does. He's complaining, I think, about the pass.
Poor. Leyton Orient with another change.
There are a few changes, I think. It's about 14 minutes left here of regular time between Leyton Orient and Tottenham. It is 1-1. Dane Scarlett giving Spurs the lead late on in the first half. Pegged back by Ruud Sotirio about 10 or 15 minutes ago by Leyton Orient as they make a couple of changes here. Spurs have completely changed our starting 11. It's basically an entire under-21 squad now. If you are just tuning in, hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel as well if you are new, and head over to David's channel, the Irish Hotspur, linked in the title and in the description, and help him on the road to 4K. Jack says, watch your mouth, Matty. It's Union Berlin we're playing in the ECL, not Hertha Berlin. Jack, I apologise. Bradley says, Matt, do you think we will sign Auer this summer, and would you like him at Spurs? I can't see it happening, Bradley, simply because he will have better clubs looking for him. I know at the moment they're saying it's only Tottenham and Arsenal have apparently pulled out, but a player of his ability at the price of €25 million, I think he will be picked up by another team. And I just want to say as well, like I said last night, any reports from James Ollie of ESPN that we've offered Ndombele in a swap deal are just the most ridiculous, most unfathomably stupid reports you're ever going to see. It's honestly, it's worse than Eric Dyer's footballing abilities. That's what I would say. I think that's a strong statement. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it was immediately ridiculed by Julian Maynard as well, who first broke the news of Tottenham's interest in Auer. So there'll nothing be happening there. But I don't think we get him personally. Can you see an Auer deal materialising, David?
Nah, I don't see it. Look, they say, they want 25 million, we'll take them. If that's the case, why haven't Tottenham gone and triggered that already? If that's all it is for a player of his ability.
Yeah, agreed. It could be as low as 20 by the time the window closes, but another team will get in there before us if we wait that long. Cynical crowd, happy wait. Is that answer to you? God, they're not happy with him getting the goal, are they?
No, they're not. They're not. I'd like to see us create one more chance and take it, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Well done.
Good ball down the line by Ogie. That Jack Clark winning the back.
Clark did that out there, was it?
Huh?
Clark did that out there. Well done.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he's the best player in our team. He's the best player in the Premier League, Jack Clark is.
I don't think he's going to make it, to be honest with you. Look, he may make it a bit later on in his career, but I think I think Tottenham came too soon for him, to be honest.
I think you could put him in a similar bracket to Troy Parrott in that he's just too small. It looks way too easy to knock him off the ball. And as a pacey winger, you do need a bit of something about you to get rid of those challenges that you're bound to get. But yeah, I think it may be past his time. I hope it's not. I'd love to see him succeed at Spurs, but no, I don't think it'll happen. Although it is, I suppose, it's positive that apparently Nuno doesn't want to loan him out and he wants to keep him in around that first team setup to give him a chance this season. But
yeah. Look, it's all well and good giving him a chance, but he has to put himself in a position to take the chance. He needs to bulk up. He can't just rely on his pace. It's a step up now, the Premier League, and he needs to bulk up because, like you said, he's not going to get games where challenges aren't going to come in. It's a different level now. The challenges are going to come in thick and fast. You have to be able to be able to ride them and have the strength. That when someone does come in, that you're not going to be knocked off balance or they just take you off the board. So he has to be in a position to take the chance too. He has to bulk up. Same as Troy Parrott. It's a big problem for Troy Parrott. But even his runs off the ball, I think his runs off the ball aren't too clever. I think he could definitely improve that as well. That's one thing Dane Scarlett is ahead of him by with his runs and his anticipation. With the runs, almost when you do make them runs, it kind of demands the ball like he done with Lucas Moura. That run he made. Sometimes the run demands that pass, and that's exactly what it done.
Chance there, it's just fired wide. Marco says Clark looks malnourished. Maybe a bit far, but you may not be too wrong. Hopefully, to be honest, there aren't many young players out there. You can look at there's not many 2 players that you can see are properly bulked up or will be kind of a similar physical build to the players in our first team, which you wouldn't demand of them and you wouldn't quite expect it. But if they're out there looking like twigs, I think there's something gone wrong immediately, but there's plenty of time to turn it around. The thing
is with Clark, he was brought in for a bit of money from Leeds, and
15 million.
He just the thing is he already proved he was good enough for the Championship with Leeds and everything else. Look, I think Bielsa probably, Pochettino done Bielsa a favour. Look, we'll take Clark off your hands. You know what I mean? But with the guy, it has to click with himself that he needs to realise I can't keep getting knocked off the ball this season, because if it doesn't, his career is only going to go downwards from there. So he has to take it upon himself. He has to realise himself, Sometimes you with clubs nowadays, like with the amount of money that's around them, you probably should have someone in every position to be able to tell these players, this is what you need to do and this and that. But they have to take upon themselves to want to do it as well, even if they're not being told to do it. Same as Parrott, you can't be told to do some of these players expect to be walked through every stage of life. Sometimes you have to realize things yourself and do things off your own accord too.
Yeah, 100%. And Kieran is making a good point there in our group chat, David, that there are no players really from this bunch that are standing out. No. In the first half it was John and Piscozzi and even Carter Vickers and Cisse to some extent, but from these I know it's going to be a little bit more difficult when it's a team full of youth players, but there's no one really standing out as kind of potential players that you put in and around different squads. But there's a corner here that Harvey White whips in, but it's very, very
Trey
easily
Parrott was
cleared.
talked about for ages. Clark has been talked about for a while, but we haven't seen any improvement from them since when they first came in. Troy Parrott came in under Pochettino. Have you seen any improvement? I haven't.
Not at all.
Jack Clark came in under Pochettino. Have you seen any improvement? I haven't.
I mean, Clark had a good loan last season. He did well at Stoke, or was it Forest? He's been at so many teams I don't even know. No, it was Stoke last season. It was Leeds and QPR the season before. And behind, what's happened?
Oh, good defending by Leyton Orient. Good play by Tottenham. Good play by Tottenham down the left. Jack Clark just couldn't get the shot away.
I'll get the replay here because that was really good footwork the way he kind of jinked past one or two players. Even Aaron Dove there saying better from Clark there. There's another corner here for Spurs out the left hand side. We're starting to kind of get into the final third now for the first time since these subs have been made. Harvey White, let's see what he can come up with here from the corner. Then it comes to the box. Again, it's just headed away too easily. Let that run, Parrott. Oh, he doesn't. He's kept it in play. Here's White on the left hand side into Jack Clark. Back out to White. Here's Clark again. Just force wide and forced back, and it's going to be a throw into Leyton Orient. Oh, throw into Spurs. Clark takes it quickly. I would try build from the back again. Robert Grant says, you two fellas are the only shining light in this down season. Big up the Irish Spurs. Thank you very much, Robert. We do appreciate that. All those kind words are really appreciated, so thank you. Taffy says Clark almost through. 6 minutes left here of normal time. Still 1-1. Goals from Dane Scarlett and Rule Satiriu. Spurs starting to get a bit in the ascendancy. Here's a long ball over towards Troy Parrott. Is easily cut out and cleared. Oh, they may be on the break here, but it's a cynical foul there by Zanamole.
Love it. I love it. Now maybe you can see why the likes of Piscozzi, Cisse, John, Scarlett, were they rewarded being playing with the likes? I know people are going to say it's not much of a reward, but were they kind of rewarded playing the first half with the senior guys rather than being put out here in the second half with some of these youngsters?
I think I disconnected there for a second, or lagged a bit. What did you say?
Do you think maybe the likes of John, Piscozzi, Cisse, and Scarlett were rewarded playing with the likes of the senior players, even though, look, it's not a great reward with some of the performances with some of the players, but like rewarded, you get what I'm saying, rather than being just thrown out here in the second half to kind of see out the game. Yeah,
the fact they were trusted to go out with the first team players rather than in the youth team were essentially playing here. I mean, judging off the performances, I suppose you'd say it would lean more towards the fact that is the case. I'm sure that Nuno has been impressed by some more than others in pre-season. Chance here for Leyton Orient to the crosses blocked, and it's out for a corner for them as Ogie got in down. Or is that Ogie? I don't think it is. Out as he got in down the right hand side. But yeah, look, I suppose it is definitely a possibility, and I'm sure we learn a bit more about who Nuno kind of favours within those players as pre-season continues.
Yeah, be interesting. I do think you might see more of definitely Piscozzi and John and Scarlett. I definitely think them three you probably see a lot more of in pre-season.
Yeah, hopefully you will. Jim with the €5 super chat. Jim, thanks a million for that. I do appreciate it. Says, nice stream today, lads. Disappointing match overall, but a good pre-season doesn't always mean a good season. So fingers crossed. You're absolutely spot on. Pre-season, as much as we enjoy it, as much as we try and take stuff from it, it doesn't really have much bearing on the season ahead. So it's a very good point, Jim, and thank you for the super chat. David Sushan says, did you buy the equipment you were saying you would? Yeah, I have it all. I'm just waiting for my chair on my desk to be delivered, and then I will be off the phone, onto the computer, and up and running properly. And the fact that you've gotten to 3.3k subs without no proper equipment, like anything, is absolutely insane. You don't know how much I respect you for that. That's the
Well,
grind.
3.2k subs, not 3.3k yet. Hopefully, if the subscribers are as generous as they were to you today, that maybe I could definitely get to 3.3k. But yeah, no, look, I have got the equipment. Don't worry.
Yeah,
And the microphone and everything. So
make sure to go over and subscribe there, because David Harris's content is about to get 10 times better, if that's even possible. But guys, you do not understand the grind that David has put in to get to where he is with just his phone. Like I have a laptop, a monitor, a webcam, a microphone, a mouse, a USB thing, I have everything, and it's still extremely difficult. So the fact that David has done it with a phone is really incredible. And he definitely deserves a lot of support for that. Steve, good to see you in the live chat. How are you getting on today, my friend? 2 minutes left.
No, I appreciate them kind words, Matty. Look, it's been a long, hard slog on the phone, but now hopefully I can start putting out better content, more graphics, and I do have some things in the work as well. So hopefully people enjoy my channel this season to come. But never ever forget about my Hayes channel here, guys. Make sure if you're new, you are subscribed, fully subscribed up. You want all the latest news, breaking news. You know what I mean? Make sure you smash the subscribe on this channel. Matty is your guy. He's going to see you from here right throughout to the end of the transfer window. Plus, bringing all these live watch-alongs and a lot more great content. So make sure you're all subscribed up here and liked on the stream as well. We want to get to 250 likes today.
I appreciate that, David. Thank you. Aaron says, why is it stuck on 154 likes? It probably just hasn't reloaded for you. I can see here it's on, it's showing for me 208. But it's definitely not on 154. Let's see where we're at. 209. Come on, smash that like button. Let's get to 250. Let's get David to 3.3k as well. Adam says David's upping his game, and he certainly is.
I have to. I'm out there with some sharks in the water. There's you, we are Tottenham TV, Chris Cowling. You even have Expressions there, and you have Tottenham Away, Will Stewart, Bob Spur TV. And there's many more. Kieran, Let's Talk Spurs. Spurs Sick. There's loads of them out there now. There's Paxton Road. You know what I mean? So the sharks are circling, shall we say? So I have to. I can't get too comfortable. I always have to look to improve and up the content.
Absolutely, you are. And Steve has just dropped your link there in the live chat. Anyone, if you do want to check out David's channel, head over there, subscribe, and the link's there from One Brick at a Time, Steve, if you want to see it. Terry Wright with the $5 super chat. Terry, thank you so much for that. Says, hey Matt, just wanted to support the channel. Great work, gents. Deadwood out. Thank you very much, Terry. I agree, Deadwood out for sure. It is needed. Clegg says, big up David. Also wondering if he's going to be doing watch-alongs, and big up Matt. We'll see on that, Clegg. Spurs 6 says, who needs that equipment when you have that Harris charm?
No, look, that'll only get you so far, that'll only get you so far. Trust me, I've got some good things, slightly different things coming up this season. All going to be Spurs related, don't worry. Everything on my channel is Spurs related, but slightly different shows, so it should be interesting to see how they're received.
Absolutely. Like I say, from what I do know about those shows, you definitely want to go over and subscribe to David, because it's going to be some good stuff. Gogama, thank you again for the super sticker. I really appreciate that. Saying good job. Thank you to everyone for putting in these super chats and super stickers. I really do appreciate it. It is a massive support for the channel. So thank you very much for that. Muntasser says, Matt and Irish Shots were making Spurs great again. It's what we do. It's what we're here for. We are into 30 seconds into 1 minute of added time here. It looks like it will finish 1-0.
Yeah. Look, it is what it is. Look, the second half, can't really take too much from it. Like we said, you can take the 4-1-4-1, analyse the performance of the senior players, analyse the performance of some of the younger players that played in the first half. Second half, you can't really take anything from, to be honest with you, apart from the poor pass by Troy Parrott, which led to the goal. But look, these are players trying to find a way in the game, so you can't really take too much from that second half. And it is over here now.
It is over. It has finished. Leyton Orient 1, Spurs 1. And just what I will say very quickly there is that Jack Clark with a nice bit of play at the end of the game there got taken down on the halfway line, and he was straight up on his feet and played a brilliant crossfield ball, but it didn't really come to anything. So it has finished. Leyton Orient 1, Spurs 1. Manuel Pellegrini says, absolute amateurs should be beating teams like this. Speaks a lot about the group of players. Well, they are amateurs. They're not professional footballers. It's their youth team. But well said. Well said, Manuel Pellegrini. Aaron Dove with the €5 super chat says, thanks guys. Aaron, thank you very much for that. I appreciate your support on the channel as always. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining us on today's watch along. David, 30 seconds. How do you feel about that game?
Yeah, look, for first half, some bright sparks in it, a few disappointing performances. But look, it's first game of the season. You're some players put in the shop window. Me, I'm not really reading too much into it. I'm just excited that Spurs are back. The ones I would be reading a bit more into is MK Dons, Arsenal, Chelsea. Until then, this game in Colchester, it is what it is. But Tottenham are back, and that's exactly what you want.
100%. 100%. We do need to look more towards the games later in the season when the bigger players start coming back. When your Skips, your Sessegnons, Doherty and Dembele, Lloris, Kane, Alderweireld, Son, even all those big players, once they're back in that pre-season team, we'd start to take a bit more note of these. But I do agree with David. Niall John, Maxim Piscozzi, all of them were fantastic. Fionce's only shining lights were Clark, John and Dane Bappe. I'm glad you included Clark in there, because I thought once we did get in the front foot there in the last 10-15 minutes, Clark looked lively. I think it would be kind of poor to say he's not the next Gareth Bale, because he's definitely going to be, and I can't wait till he wins 4 or 5 Ballon d'Ors as a Spurs player. David, I think you agree with me on that.
No, look, it could very well be that the Clark could turn it around, prove me wrong. That's what I want at the end of the day. I wouldn't say he's one of the shining lights. I'd definitely say Piscozzi. I'd definitely throw John in there, and Scarlett as well, where he's going. That's the three performers I'd probably be taking from today's game.
Yeah, 100%. And look, I've seen a few comments all the way throughout saying that we're being negative and things like that. I just do want to say quickly that, if David sits here and he criticises something that Dyer's done, or criticises something that Winks has done, or if I sit here and I criticise, Ben Davies or whoever's on the pitch, we want to be proved wrong. If we call a Spurs player saying he has a bad performance or he's not good enough, we want to be proved wrong because we want what's best for Spurs. But at the end of the day, we're here to analyse, we're here to give our opinion. So that's what we're going to do. And you may not always agree with us, but that is the joy of this stuff. That is the joy of this channel.
I don't think we've been negative, to be honest.
Oh no, I don't think we have been negative, but just some of the things that were said. We're going to disagree. Me and David disagree. We disagree in Dele Alli. We disagree on Jack Clark and on other things. And I know a lot of people in the chat disagree with us, but that's the fantastic thing. We get to have those discussions, have those debates, and it's something I'm really looking forward to doing throughout the rest of pre-season and throughout the rest of the season ahead as well. David, I know, is going to have a lot of debates and a lot of disagreements there and frenemies and all those shows and stuff like that. But David, do you want to give people a quick insight into what your channel is and why they should go over to subscribe?
Yeah, look, it's the Irish Hotspur. I do a lot of debate shows, mainly debate shows, to be honest with you. A few fan shows. I have frenemies. One of the main shows, one of the newest ones has taken off is Kanicki's Answer Me, where the incredible Jack, he gets all the questions, all the talking points, and puts them to me and other people. Because what was happening is I was doing all the hosting and people weren't getting to hear my opinions as much, and people were saying it to me. So we got Jack on board and we are taking it to a new level. We do have a lot of exciting stuff coming up. Give me about 3 or 4 weeks and you're going to see a dramatic improvement. Trust me. With the content coming out and everything else. So I'm looking forward to the season. And just on the negativity thing. Look, I don't understand how people think we'd be negative. We sat here and said, look, Tottenham's back. We're so excited, everything else. But the thing is, if we're watching the game, we have to comment what we see, whether it's good or whether it's bad. So I wouldn't take too much what we say throughout the game, as negativity. It's just we're just commenting on what we're seeing is all.
Absolutely. And some people enjoying the watch along as well, thanking us for the stream. In Gogaman, Adam saying great stream as well, lads. But everyone, look, go over, subscribe to David. Steve has just put the link in the chat there for David's channel. If you do want to go over and check that out, I guarantee you will not regret it. Do make sure to subscribe in this channel as well. If you haven't already, like I said, transfer streams. We'll have a transfer roundup today or tomorrow, or maybe both, depending on what happens. And of course, Fabrizio Romano live on the channel on Monday evening. So do hit the subscribe button to make sure you get to that. Silver Surfer with the super chats has just joined. Can you please summarize the match? It was a whole lot of nothing, really. Some decent youth kids performing in the first half, and Niall John, Maxim Piscozzi, Callum Cisse as well. So not too much to happen. Dane Scarlett got his goal. The second half, it was mainly just a youth team, and there wasn't too much to mention. I'd say the first team players were poor as well, in Dele Alli, Eric Dyer, and Harry Winks. But Silver Surfer, hopefully the next few preseason friendlies will be a bit better. Dara asking about the Italian goalie we're meant to be in for. Pierluigi Gallini, apparently contacts have been initiated with Atalanta over that deal, according to Gianluca Di Marzio. But again, Dara, we'll have more updates on that in the next transfer show. So make sure to subscribe, everyone, if you haven't already. I know everyone in the live chat is subscribed because I made it so that they have to be. But thanks everyone for tuning in. We've had over 16,500 people tune in throughout the watch along, which is crazy numbers. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support. We'll be back soon, hopefully, for watch-alongs and the rest of the preseason games. But for now, as always, to everyone who's joined, thanks for watching.
Come on, you Spurs, and Nuno we trust.